I'm not ready. Sorry, I forgot my tea. Is it weird to go back? Hold on. I'll BRB. Keep doing whatever you're doing. Hello for real this time. I'm so sorry. I did forget to unmute myself though. So, just a real pro today. We're starting off strong. I am all kinds of frazzled. It has been, holy cow, a busy couple of days. Yeah, definitely low professionalism. What do you guys think the professionalism scale should be in the future if we do actually make partner? Which, despite what Paradox Moose says, has not happened yet, so. Hey, Jason. Hey, Rue. Hi, everybody. Rorin. Does Matasukis. I'm gonna assume that's some kind of crocodile. I got tricked last time. And now I'm feeling I'm wondering if that's the thing I thought I drew one time, but then didn't. I don't know. We're going to do a draw me an animal for sure. 100% to 110%. No! Warren sniped you, Jason. It refreshes every half hour. So if anybody lurks for a little bit and wanted to redeem a draw me an animal, I will get to that eventually. But I am going to scroll up and say hi to everybody. Yeah. Low professionalism, yes. No, that's definitely the standard here, Mustache Mike. Yeah. No. You're onto something there, I think. Hi everybody, welcome. If anybody is feeling generous and wants to boost any of my posts on socials, I haven't posted. I need to do this after stream today. I haven't posted about the. Shoot, I forgot to do the halfway update post on Instagram yesterday. I was really busy yesterday. I ended up driving down to Colorado Springs to go see a friend right after the morning stream. Stayed down there pretty late. It actually took a lot longer to get there than expected because it was like storming and pouring rain and hail. It was a very intense drive, and it took a little longer than it should have for a couple of reasons. But anyway, just didn't make it back home last night until relatively late. So I'm just a little bit frazzled today. I'm kind of tired. Got some information yesterday that may be affecting some stuff for me. So I'm still kind of processing that, but anyway, yeah, feel free to hang out if you want to help with the push. You guys didn't come to hear about that. You came to hear about the push. So welcome. For those who don't know what the partner push is, it's this thing I'm doing to try to get partner on Twitch so that I can promote Save the Vaquita Day this fall. Yeah, so this is it. Most of you probably know this if you're here this early, so thank you for being here early, by the way. Getting here close as you can to the start of the streams actually does make a big difference in helping those numbers average out a little easier, especially if the stream doesn't quite hit the correct average for a while, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. I've seen so many people saying, !lurk to say hi, and I appreciate that a lot, so thank you so much for being here. For those who haven't heard, I am trying to get on the front page for Save the Vaquita Day so that we can help spread awareness about this highly endangered porpoise. We raised $500 last year for this event, and I'd love to increase that number this year and maybe just spotlight a few organizations that are doing a lot of good work, and more importantly, just get people to know about the vaquita. So if anybody is interested, while you're lurking, if you want to learn about the vaquita, here is a little blurb. Yeah, porpoise push for partner for Casey. A porpoiseful push, even. Hey. But yeah, if you want those emotes that Neilf just used, they're actually free on my Ko-fi for anyone to use. They can use them on their Twitch, on their Discord, on their Gilded server, just anywhere that you can upload emotes. As long as you're not reselling them or licensing them, I would love to have the more people just be like, oh, what kind of animal is that? And then you could tell them, and it'd be great. So by all means, use those emotes. Put them wherever your emotes are found. But yeah, I need to post really fast. Thank you, Miss Art Rules, by the way. I really appreciate that. And Sweetie Dreams, I appreciate you following. Thank you so much for the support. Every follow, every lurk, yeah, all of it helps a lot. Not just for me, but for getting this effort out there too. So anyway, I just appreciate all of it. Okay, let me really quick, before I get super distracted, which has already happened, let me share my post on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. Ugh, I can't keep anything straight. Instagram. Although I am on YouTube as well. Too many things to do, so little time. It's almost like I need to be full-time instead of part-time. Trying to make art a thing. One day. One day! Thank you all for helping make that happen too, honestly. I've never, in the last, like, almost decade of trying to get into the illustration industry and, like, make this happen, I don't think I've ever felt quite as close to actually being able to feel comfortable going full-time as I have in the last few months. And I know a lot of that is just probably hype from the push, but I do really appreciate everybody being here and all the support. It really means a lot. So, yeah, let me get my Instagram story. Phase 4? Oh gosh, no, Neil. No, I'm not quite ready for that, but I'm focusing on partner right now. We'll see what happens at TwitchCon this fall. I'm kind of curious to see, like, if people are still wanting to hang out after, you know, the hype and stuff dies down, and then I'll kind of reevaluate where I'm at. The problem, really, I could go full-time freelance probably even before the push, except for health insurance is so expensive here in the US, and I'm not sure I can make up the extra cost of health insurance. I also might be having some increased cost of living coming up this fall, so there's a lot that is very suddenly kind of up in the air for me. So I'm not quite ready to do that, but we'll see. Maybe one day. It definitely helps, honestly, people just hanging out, frankly. So I really appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Drawing giraffes today. Okay, so if anybody wants to draw along with me at the art gym, the link doesn't work? Wait, what link? The link at the top of chat? Oh no, you mean my Blue Sky link or my... Oh shoot, did I copy the wrong Twitch link for my Blue Sky post? Oh no, that one seems to work. What link do you mean? What did I do? I probably did something wrong. Okay. You tried linking my stream in your story? Oh, that's nice. I appreciate that. I think you have to, like, make an actual link button. It's actually what I'm doing right now on my story. You might be able to share my story. I don't know. I don't know if links work in shared stories. I've never really, like, played around with that on Instagram very much. But who knows? Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, I think it posted. I think we're good. Let's get started with the art gym. So, for anybody who doesn't know what the art gym is, we call it the art gym because it's like an accountability session for anybody who wants to come draw together. And that's why whatever topic we're doing for the day, I always have a little speech bubble that says, "Let's get the bad drawings out." That's kind of the motto. The idea behind it is like kind of how you need accountability buddies to go to the gym. Kind of like that for me anyway, with art studies, like with drawing from reference, doing observational drawing and studying, just practicing foundational stuff is really not the fun part for most artists. I mean, it can be fun. I'm learning to find it fun and enjoyable, but it definitely has taken like well over a year to get to this place. So I really appreciate. No, you didn't, Pioneer. I'm still like getting set up. It always takes me like 10 minutes to even get into stream. I gotta open my tea, I gotta wake up, I gotta decompress, I gotta ramble at you guys. There's many important tasks that I have to do. So I appreciate your patience. But yeah, feel free, on that note, feel free to draw without me. You don't have to do giraffes either. I just pick a random topic. I only picked giraffes today because, one, we've never actually intentionally studied giraffes, I don't think. It's been a long time since I've drawn a giraffe, I think, so it'll be good for me to revisit their anatomy. I'm actually going to pull up a giraffe skeleton here in a second. But it would also just be good to, you know, point out giraffes are cool. Because it's World Giraffe Day on Saturday. So it's very important that we highlight giraffes today. I do like them. They're the tallest, I believe the tallest animal on Earth, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I am. I think I'm on the money there. And if you want to actually find out more about particular giraffe species... Wait, that's not it. Wait, how do I delete that? No, that's not where you find out about giraffes. What the heck? I hit Control Copy. What? Control C. Let's try that again. I'm gonna hit it a bunch of times. Don't click that link. That's a bad link. Click that Wikipedia link if you want to learn more about them. You're not going to learn about giraffes on my Blue Sky page. You'll just see this same picture. Anyway, you got to feed a giraffe at the zoo. That's so cute. I love that. I've done that before. They actually have that down in the Springs in Colorado. I think they have that at the Fort Worth Zoo now, where I grew up, but they didn't have that when I was a kid. I definitely would have been all about that. Okay, let me scroll up really fast and say hi to everybody. I know I have a couple of redeems already, so I'm going to do a few of those. I also need to find a giraffe skeleton. I think I saw one in this wiki page. Yep. I will pin this for you guys too. And thank you, Maze, by the way, for finding... where did I put it? There it is. For finding the giraffe reference. I appreciate that. So that is up at the top of the channel. If anybody wants to draw giraffes, there's a whole bunch at the top that are pinned on my Pinterest board. It's not the most comprehensive Pinterest board collection, but it's a place to start. So let me scroll up and say hi really quick to everybody who's here. Germs, welcome in. I'm glad you enjoyed the music. I'm trying to give you guys different parts of the playlist today. Kind of change it up. AJ, welcome in. And Miss Caprical, hello. Thank you so much for lurking. And yeah, thanks for enjoying those Vikita emotes. Sloppy, I appreciate you pushing for me. You just reminded me, actually, I have not announced that I'm streaming on any Discords. Whoops. Oh no. I feel like I have to do that, otherwise people will forget. But I appreciate y'all being here. Let me just post on a few really fast. I probably don't have time to post on many, but let's just do these people like giraffes. There. And maybe... I feel so spammy when I do this. I will never advertise my stream in Discord again. I mean, that's probably not true. But I am, boy, do I feel spammy posting my Discord or my stream link all the time. Let's see. Drawing drafts. Doo-dee-dee-dee. Where else? Where else? Maybe here. Oh yeah, these people might like drafts. Let's post here. Who else might like giraffes? Oh no! Discord just crashed. Shoot. Hopefully the stream is still live. Oh no, Discord is actively crashing. What is happening? Alright, I'm closing everything. Everything's closing. We're all fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Right? We're all fine. Okay. Let's just go back to the chat. Well, that's enough posting for today. Auroran, thank you for popping in as well. And Anodyne, hello, hello, welcome in. And Rifty Doodles, I appreciate you lurking. Thank you so much. Maze, of course, thank you for being here. Let's see. Mustache Mike. Oh, congratulations. That's awesome. That's very cool. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Anodyne asks, do I have a breakdown of my art setup? Do you mean like my studio? If you want to see a tour of my studio, there's actually a studio tour video on my YouTube. I don't know if that worked. Did that work? YouTube. There it is. Yeah, you can watch that video if you'd like to see what my setup looks like. Behind the scenes at the studio of Casey. Folks, you can go see it there on that video. It's an older video, but it's pretty much still accurate. There's a few of the animals in the video that aren't still present, but it's still fun. Okay. And of course, if anyone wants to follow my YouTube, that would be helpful too, but no worries. I'm pretty far still from 500 followers. I think I unlock some kind of like community benefits at 500 followers, and then the next like milestone is until like 1,000 followers on YouTube, which I don't think will happen unless I start actually making more specific YouTube content, which is something I'd like to do someday. Let's see. Slintrola, thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. Hey, Dangerous Buttons, I see you in chat. Hold on. Did you see your Muppet? I don't know if you saw your Muppet at the sub-zoo. But I'm gonna show it anyway, just to make sure you see it. I did post this picture. I think the updated picture is in the Discord. I'll check after stream. But look at your Muppet. Oh, you have seen it. Okay. I couldn't remember. Just wanted to make sure you saw the Muppet. It was a lot of fun to draw. Okay, well, never mind. Hey, Nerduino. It's good to see you. Nerduino's in the sub-zoo too, and also a streamer here on Twitch. You guys should be following. But yeah, Sunshroa, thank you so much for dropping by on your workday. I appreciate that. Who else do we have in the chat? Mid, MJD, hello, hello. Thank you for coming in. Silvo, howdy, howdy. Let's see. Blue Skittle, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Another fantastic streamer. Man, there's so many good streamers in the chat right now. Thank you all for hanging out. You guys should also follow Blue Skittle. I'll try and remember to get you a shout out in a minute. But yes, go follow Nerduino as well. Does space science here on Twitch. Highly recommend. Definitely should also be partner. And Neil, welcome in. It's National Long Neck Day on Saturday, actually. So I don't stream on Saturdays. For those who don't know, I work a part-time job outside of trying to get into art and illustration. So it's a busy life, and I work Saturdays pretty much every Saturday for the last almost 6 years. So it's definitely lengthened my haul here trying to get into art. So anyway, but yeah, no, I can't stream on Saturdays. I will be at work. So yeah, we're celebrating now because I want to draw some drafts. And Dracon, welcome in. Hello, hello. Beans, hello. Thank you so much. Oh, sitting down to learn some perspective. If you find something cool to share, let me know. I need to do a perspective art gym. I'm just not confident enough in my ability to like talk about it because I don't really draw in perspective very often. So it would definitely be like a struggle stream if we did it, but I need to. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that, Auroran. You went to the worst zoo yesterday. Oh my gosh. Did anyone throw cheese at Mustache Mike for that joke? Here's some belated cheese getting hurled at you for making a cheesy joke. That's what happens to cheesy jokesters around here. But no, I appreciate that. It's like going... Oh my gosh. Miss Art Rules, hello. Let's see. Yes, I muted myself twice. That was a jump scare. Oh no, I'm sorry, Pioneer. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm sorry. Yep. I know, Maze. That's what I keep saying. I keep literally any minute. I keep expecting you all to realize what a complete and total farce I am of a human being. It's like, why are we here? Why are we supporting this person? She can't even remember to unmute her mic like 15 times a stream. It's bad. It's a bad time. Community time. Thank you for that, Lyric. I appreciate you. Let's see. Marcus, hello. And gratitude jar from Pioneer. We will do that in just a second. Let me grab my sticky note so I don't lose it. My gratitude jar is getting very full. It's extremely exciting. It's not my birthday, Moose. Good try. Still in July. Birthday is still not this month. A Draw Me an Animal as well from Auroran. Let's see. Who have I not said hi to? I think I said hi to most folks in chat. If I missed you... Oh, Yogurt Carol. Yogurt Carol, you have giraffe emotes? What? Those are amazing. Holy cow. Thank you so much for hanging out, Yogurt. I appreciate you. Mr. Skellen, hello. Thank you for being here for the push, too. Thank you all again for being here for the push. If you missed it at the beginning, it does help to be here early, because the earlier people get in here and the sooner those numbers get up to 75, the easier it is to make up the average by the end of the stream. So I really appreciate you guys. Seriously, I know you could be anywhere right now, and a lot of you are choosing to make time to be here, like at the start of the stream. So it means a lot. Thank you. Want to stop by and say, of course, yeah. I'm glad it's helping Moonsky. Yeah, we shout out anyone who participates in Art Gym, whether you're a streamer, an art streamer, or some other kind of streamer. If you want to draw along, I'm happy to, tell people where they can go find more of your work and support you. So it's my honor. Pandarius, hello. It's good to see you, Panda. How are you? Let's see. Yeah, you just push all your partners. That's what we're doing. Yep. Oh, I appreciate that, Jason. Thank you so much for being here. Jason Enos is another awesome artist you guys should all be following. There's so many of you in the chat. I appreciate everybody. Yeah. Okay, I think I found everybody in chat. If I missed you in chat, I'm so sorry. I appreciate you, Moonsky. I don't know how I would feel about that, honestly. I've never really wanted to be like a social media like personality. You guys listen, I'm just gonna be really honest with you. I'm just a former elementary school art teacher who's trying to draw stuff for a living. Like, there's nothing, I have no kind of special like reason that I feel like people, I don't know, I just don't feel very qualified to be in the spotlight at all. So that's why I'm very humbled that people are here. So thank you. I just want to draw books and be able to own a home. That's literally all I want in life. So, so far I haven't done either of those things, but I'm here on Twitch, and I appreciate you guys being here with me. Let's see. You did not miss Draw Me an Animal Roar, and it takes me about this long to get through chat in the beginning of the stream. It also, I do kind of like to wait before I just jump into stuff, unless we're doing a special event or something, just because it does take people a minute to trickle in, so I'm not like in a huge rush to jump into stuff for that exact reason, so that people don't feel like they're missing stuff if they miss the first 10 minutes or so. So yeah, no worries. Meerkat Matt, hello. Drafts are cheating, do tell. I know, right, Neil? If they look like they should be really cumbersome. And in some movements, drafts can be kind of awkward and clumsy looking, but I do find them to just be really fascinating to watch, especially when they're running. They look like they're making such small movements, but they're covering a ton of ground. It's really, really cool. Kismet, hello, welcome in. And who else? Paleo, hello Paleo, good to see ya. You found out about the Creator Club. It's in Discord through Twitch. Yeah, so I am in the Creator Club actually on the Twitch, are you talking about the Discord community? I am in that Discord. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really dug around that Discord very often. So I don't actually know what to like do, like where to put stuff, but I will let you know if I figure it out. It's just Raj, hello. Yay, giraffes. Hey, we can celebrate giraffes. Dr. Hubs, hello, welcome in. The 20th is both American Eagle Day and National Seashell Day. Is it really? We did seashell drawing the other day. That was unintentional. Giraffe Day, however, was intentional. I'm just gonna be at work that day. But yeah. Jack Lantern, thank you for that lurk. I super appreciate that. Okay, I think I'm at the bottom. Oh, no, I'm not at the bottom of chat. You guys are chatty today. Yeah, giraffes do run really, really fun. Blue Skittle, definitely. And you guys should be also clicking that heart on Blue Skittle if you aren't already, who should also be a partner here on Twitch. I'm actually shocked that Blue Skittle is not, but alas. I'm sure all Skittle would have to do is mention it, because Skittle knows everybody on Twitch. I feel like so few people don't know Blue Skittle. But if you're one of those people, go meet Blue Skittle by clicking that heart. Fantastic artist. Let's see. Yeah, for sure. Yanni, thank you. Okay. Where's the bottom of chat, you guys? No worries, Jason, no worries. You in a group and you're... Oh no! Sloppy salamander. At least you were only peeing. Oh my gosh, that's mortifying. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have a friend who was a tour guide, and they had a microphone that they were required to use. And they did that on a tour one time. They had to pause during the tour to go to the bathroom, and they forgot to mute the mic, which everyone else could hear. Yeah. Not a fun time. But very funny in hindsight. You forget to unmute a lot. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's a good idea, actually. Hey, Foxy Fool. It's good to see you. And Artie Gob. So many folks in chat. You're a school custodian? No way, Mustache Mike. Aw, well, hey, you're the real hero, putting up with all those American kids who don't clean up after themselves. Ugh. I will let you know, Mustache Mike, if it makes... I never let my students leave a mess in the art room. I was like, you are not leaving that for some other human to pick up. I'm sorry. We're not going to be entitled people here. It makes me very upset when people do that. So I tried to do my part. The students, if they were going to paint, they had to clean every bit of what they made a mess of. Them's the rules. And they did it. They're fine with it. If you make that expectation, it's fine. Anyway, there's the real art teacher, Casey, coming out right there. Which is why I feel so unqualified to be here. I had a whole video that I showed them like how to wash a brush properly without damaging it, and I made them all watch it. And if I started seeing brushes getting messed up, we'd watch it again. But usually they were pretty good, honestly. If you just set the expectation at the start. Little kids especially are very good at like just, okay, that's how it works. We're doing that, you know? Anyway, don't get me started on why that can't happen at home for some families. It makes so many problems. Okay. This is why I quit teaching, by the way. You can only deal with that kind of stuff for so long. Let's see. Their spines are really short. Are you talking about the vertebra? Is that what you mean? The neural spines? I copied this. Oh wait, I thought I copied it. Yeah, I copied a skeleton and I never posted it apparently. But yeah, we got a little giraffe skeleton here. They have those really tall neck spines, but you can see just by comparing these two how they connect, right? So this is why I always recommend starting with a skeletal study of something, because it's going to help you kind of be able to understand what you're drawing in here. Remember, the purpose of a study is not to copy the image. We're not trying to make a replica of this. What we're trying to do is understand what's happening and understand the thing that we're drawing. So try to keep that in mind as you do your study. Try not to get caught up in copying. It's very easy to do. We talk about this a lot here, but it's very easy to do, especially if you're working from a two-dimensional reference, to basically just copy the implied line. And so when I say implied line, what I mean is like this implied line right here, defining the edge of the giraffe versus the background. But we know in reality, people and animals aren't just walking around with lines. Nobody has outlines on them. So we're all three-dimensional, and what you're trying to do is describe dimensionality with color and light. That's really what drawing and art making is, right? And so that's why I always feel like starting with a skeletal study to familiarize yourself with the anatomy, like the bone structure, the muscle structure. Think about how they attach, right? Like, how would we attach this neck muscle? Well, that's what these neural spines are for. That's why you don't see like a big, I mean, you see a little bit of a hump, but it's not as exaggerated, right? Because there's neck muscles attached right there. Now you're going to see a little bit of one right here, which you see there. We would call this a wither in a horse. But basically, the purpose of these spines is to attach muscles. That's why you see it, and if you look at a buffalo or a bison skeleton, they're going to have really tall neural spines to hold that big, heavy head, right? That's why they have that big humpback. It's because they have long neural spines. So if you think about it like that, and you understand what you're drawing, it's going to help you actually draw the thing that you're trying to make, especially later when you try to go draw from imagination, okay? So that's why I always recommend starting with a skeletal study. And even if you're really unfamiliar with the anatomy, try finding skeletons from like different angles too. That's going to help as well. Let's see. Yeah, you totally should. Oh no, Jason. Oh my gosh, why is everybody sharing their most horrifying Mike and Cam stories right now? I cannot read these out loud. I will die. Oh, I'm like secondary embarrassment heavy at the moment for you guys. That is like my nightmare. That's my nightmare. No, Artie Gob, do not do this. There's no glitter in my classroom. Ringbolt, welcome in. Yeah, start with the bones, exactly. Start with the skeletal structure, and then maybe if you can, find like a muscle study. Do that too. No, you don't need to dissect the animal. Although, I mean, there is a reason like art and science have a really big cross-section of interest, right? Because you have to be curious and enthusiastic to be in both fields. Like there's a reason a lot of scientists in the past were also artists. You just have to carefully observe. That's all drawing is. It's training your observation eye. Yes, exactly. Let's see. You've been trying to find a way to attach a red bulb light when not muted on calls. No, I do like that. Yeah, that's a really good idea. I need to figure out a way to do that. Let's see. No glitter, no. What about fine mica powder? That also doesn't sound great. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I have a couple of redeems here. Let me get those out of the way really fast, and then I will start the Draw Me an Animal. Oh, let me make a note to myself really quick. 6, 18. So that was... Okay. I need to check something after stream. Were you okay with phones and fidget spinners in class? Well, my students were elementary school students, so most of them didn't have phones. The older ones did, but they kept them in their classroom. Margot, Simone Art! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for bringing your community here. I really appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Wow. How was your stream? What were you up to? Thank you so much for helping with the partner push by bringing your raiders in here. How was the arting today? What did you guys get up to? Let us know. Here is a shout out for you. Make sure you folks are following Margot Simone Art, another incredible artist here on Twitch who does amazing watercolor, very chill streams, does really cozy like children's book illustration. That's actually how I found Margot Simone, as I was trying to find other children's book illustrators or children's book illustration hopefuls here on Twitch. And Margot does great stuff. Feel free to drop a link, Margot, if you have anything you want to share. I would love to exactly, Prue, yes. Heave ho indeed. Yes, I have been pulled to partner for months by some lovely members of the community, and I have finally decided to push a little. And that is because, if anyone doesn't know, I'm trying to get on the front page of Twitch for this awareness day. There's a day coming up this fall called Save the Vaquita Day. For those who aren't aware, it's a very small, and it's the smallest actually cetacean in the world, cetacean being whales, dolphins, and porpoises. And it's going extinct. It's on the brink of extinction, actually. I mean, we're about to lose this animal. It's pretty close. There are fewer than 20 in the wild, most likely. And last year, we raised about $500 to kind of help with conservation and awareness about these guys. But I'd love to do more because I think we really need to do more pretty urgently to get more people aware of this animal. So I wasn't actually going to push for a partner, but then I realized to be on the front page, you kind of pretty much have to be a partner. So if you want to help by lurking, that's really the most helpful thing that you could do. Raids actually count now, so thank you so much for coming in on the raid for anyone who's still here. All I ask is that you don't have to follow or do anything else, but if you just want to lurk for the rest of the stream, it actually helps me hit those numbers. I have to average 75 viewers for 16 streams over the course of 2 months, basically. So 8 and 8 is how they have to divide it. But more or less, once you hit 16 streams that average that within a 2-month period, then you can apply. So we are on day 11 of 16. So we're getting close, and if you want to help me finish this goal, just lurk. Feel free to share that post on Blue Sky if you want to help spread as well. There's also some on Instagram, and I think Twitter too, for anyone who's still on Twitter. But yeah, I can show you guys my work really fast, but we did this, I wanted to show you this sculpture. I do some sculpting sometimes, and we did a sculpture of a vaquita last year for Save the Vaquita Day, and this will be available soon on Ko-fi, I think. I just need to seal it. Depends how fast I can get to that. There's also a little baby that comes with it, and this was a reward for hitting some fundraising goals last year. But we also have some free vaquita emotes too, so if anybody wants to help spread the word in any, like on your Twitch or your Discord or your Gilded or whatever, we do have some free vaquita emotes here on Ko-fi that look like this. I have this one and this one. But yeah, Margot, thank you so much for coming in, and I hope a bunch of folks did follow. While I'm waiting to see if Margot has a link, I'll show you guys a little bit more of what I do. Bickman, welcome in, and Cosmo, welcome in, of course. I appreciate you both coming in on the raid. Here is some of my work. If you haven't seen it before, I am trying to get into kids' books. Right now, we are doing something called the Art Gym, and I'll explain that in a minute. It's just like a practice warm-up session, basically, that we do. But I'm trying to get mostly into book illustration as like my long-term goal. So I'll start over here because this one has a picture of a vaquita in it, which we just talked about. So I do this kind of thing here in the afternoons. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I stream at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. But Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in the morning, I stream at 9 a.m. Yes, we do have the Art Gym command. That's true. So you can read about it there. We're about to get back into it. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I do. So if you ever come in the afternoons, I'm probably going to be doing a painting of some kind. I mostly am a digital illustrator, but every once in a while I'll do some traditional media. I've done some watercolor, nothing as cool as what Margot does, but one day maybe I'd love to be able to be proficient enough with watercolor to feel confident to do things like that. But yeah, this is the kind of work that I get up to. So thank you so much for being here and for helping with the push and for lurking. I super appreciate the help. It really does make a big difference. And yeah, I think that's it. So let's get back to the art gem. Oh, but I had some redeems I was catching up on right when you guys raided in. Let's see. I need to hydrate. Margot, yes. I was actually going to DM you about that, but yes, I'm still interested if you are. We'll have to figure out a time zone situation probably, but I think I could probably do like an art gym stream like this time slot and maybe just a little earlier. But yeah, we'll talk about it. I'll shoot you a message or shoot me a message somewhere. I'm definitely still interested, yeah. That'd be super fun. And do you have any art you want to share or anything at all that you want to promote? If not, if you got to read and run, no worries, but thank you again so much for bringing your folks in here. I super appreciate it. Okay, so we are celebrating International or World Giraffe Day, I think, and I'm still catching up on redeems. So before I jump into the art gym, which is about to be like a study session, feel free, by the way, if you're watching, to draw along, to do some studies. You can post those studies in the Discord, which Amay is just linked in chat. Feel free to pop in there, and there's an art gym section. If you want to show off your stuff on stream, feel free to, as long as it's work safe and it's done from observation or study. It's welcome in the art gym section, but there's other art share sections if you have like finished work or something like that. Yeah, link is totally okay. Absolutely. For sure. Welcome back, Aurora. Yeah, please drop away. Drop away. Feel free to promote socials, whatever you need. Let's see. Okay, here we go. We got a gratitude jar. Got that in front of me, so let's do that after we look at Margot's awesome work. Yeah, the blue sky. Go follow Margot on Blue Sky. If you guys didn't know that Margot is on Blue Sky, follow her. Look at this cute piece. I was lurking on you the other day watching you. I didn't have time to pop in a chat at that moment, but it's been coming along so cute. I love your little Mossling series. It's adorable. I can't wait for you to... I'm guessing you're putting a book dummy together. But yeah, very, very cool. And super, super cute. It's always fun to see these progressing. I learned that you could click media the other day and like actually see people's posts. So I'm going to show you this other one too. Here's the complete one. I haven't seen this one completed yet. Very nice. Aw, Margot. It looks so good. I'm so excited for you to start pitching to agents and stuff. Let me know if you need like tips on that or anything. Not that I'm necessarily a pro at it because I obviously don't have an agent, but I have done a few pitches before. I'd be happy to chat about it, or at least send you some resources if you need them. These look so good. I love your textures. These are such charismatic little characters. So good. Yeah, I remember watching this one come along for quite some time. Look at this! Look at this egg! Look at it! Behold the egg! Wow, that is so detailed. Yeah, Margot does great stuff. Go give Margot a follow. Very cute art, very cozy stream. Just a very sweet person to hang out with. Highly recommend that you follow Margot Simone if you aren't already. And thank you again, Margot, for hanging out. I really appreciate that, seriously. Let's see. Okay, so I have a gratitude jar redeem from Pioneer. Wait, do I have another one? I think my gratitude jar redeem is broken. It's only supposed to go off once per stream, I thought. Let me check that really quick. Egg! Exactly. So for those who haven't been here for a gratitude jar... Oh, a prediction! Did we start the prediction? Let's start a prediction. How many studies will I do today? 1, 2, 3, or many more? That tends to be the only guess to make, really. You have all the options. Although I guess I didn't put 0 on there. But we'll do at least 1. We always do at least 1. And we have another Komodo dragon. What the heck? You guys are doing these things faster than I can get onto them. Oh, thank you. Umacorn, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Seriously. Thank you for the follow. Let's see. How do I fix this? I swear that's not what I had. Let me just double check this really fast. Maybe I'm getting it confused with positive news. Maybe positive news is the one you can only do once. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, that is the one. Well, since we're here. Okay. How you doing, Uma? Thank you so much for being here. Let me get back to my stream manager so I can actually see you guys. Okay, back to the redeems. So, oh, there we are. I have a gratitude jar to do. So for those who don't know, the gratitude jar is something that you can redeem. It should be twice or once per stream. That's okay. We'll do 2. So 6, 18, 25. So I keep a little jar by my bed, and throughout the year, I'll write down things I'm grateful for. and I will put them in the jar. And this helps especially because at the end of the year, on New Year's Eve, I will look at, oh no, it's not your fault, Paleo. I thank you for letting me know that it was there twice. We'll still do 2. It's okay. I just didn't know that that was a possibility because I thought it was just 1. So that was my bad, not yours. But yeah, so basically it's a jar that I will sit by the door, and then I'll put little notes throughout the year of things I'm grateful for. And then I will open them up and look at them at the end of the year on New Year's Eve. So basically, it's just a way to have like an intentional gratitude practice. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a way to avoid cynicism. Our natural state is to be cynical and to focus on the negative. It's just kind of like a self-preservation thing that most animals and mammals especially do. So us being mammals, we have that as well. We just have the ability to cognate, so it makes it even more existential most of the time. But I am grateful today. We have had, actually, I'm grateful that I didn't get caught in the tornado that I drove by yesterday to get to the springs. That I didn't get caught in a tornado or have big hail while driving yesterday to see my friend. Okay, so I'm going to cover up my friend's name just in case. But yeah, this is my gratitude note for the day. There was a really big hailstorm that I drove through, but thankfully the hail was relatively small. I think the largest ones I saw were like maybe blueberry or small strawberry sized. So I did at one point kind of pull under a tree just when they sounded like they're getting kind of big, but it passed really quickly as hailstorms often do. And I was just fine, and the tornado was not by me, so anyway, fun. Yeah, so I'm grateful for that, and we'll go ahead and do the other one too. So thank you, Pioneer, for redeeming that. Thank you, Charcia, for the hydrate I just saw. I have 2 Draw Me animals. Okay, man, you guys are clicking all the buttons today. Let's see. Another one for today will be... Let's see. I'm just gonna say that I'm grateful that so far the partner push is going well. Thanks to the awesome Twitch community. That's you guys. You guys are going into my gratitude jar. Because I am grateful for you guys. Really. I know I say it a lot, but I really do mean it. The support here on Twitch has been super incredible. And I just really appreciate everybody hanging out and supporting and lurking and just generally being awesome and chill here. And you guys have given me a lot of things to be grateful for this year and a lot of reason to hope that I might actually be able to make this art thing happen. So I appreciate that. It's been a long road. So that'll be my gratitude jar for the day. And then we also have a positive news. We'll do that one after the Draw Me Animals. So before I get into the art gym, we also have this game that can be redeemed every half hour, only 3 times per stream. So there's only one left today, or at least only one left for this stream. But it's basically a game where people can request an animal, and I will draw what I think that animal looks like. We got a human man yesterday. I was being trolled. Surprise. But at the end of the 5 minutes, so basically I just have 5 minutes to draw what I think the animal looks like. So it's like a guessing game. And then we will learn about it together. So the first animal we have is the Desmato. I don't know why I did that in 2 different caps. Desmatosuchus. Okay. I don't know what this is. But if you do, don't tell me. So the whole point of the Draw Me Animal game is that it's a guessing game, so no hints. And feel free to look it up on your own in like Wikipedia or something and just laugh as I get it wrong. I have no idea what this is. Sounds like a scientific name of a prehistoric animal, if I had to guess. So the only word I know in this is suchus, and I'm pretty sure it means like lizard or croc. But I don't know for sure. No, a saurian. Saurian is lizard. So yeah, I think it means crocodile. So I'm just going to guess it's like one of those leggy, long-legged crocodiles. But I really have no clue. So we're just going to we're just gonna draw an ancient crocodile. He's smiling at you guys because he thinks you're great. And he might want to bite your face also, but he's gonna be one of the running crocs. So I'm gonna give him those long legs. Because I always think that's kind of fun. And feel free to go look it up if you want to and just, again, laugh at how wrong I am, because I'm most likely not getting it right. But you never know. It's always a fun excuse to learn about some new animals too. So, give him some little osteoderms on the back. Maybe some here too. Okay, there's my Desmatasuchus. It's probably incorrect, but I'm gonna color it anyway, like it is correct. Oh, I forgot to look at the timer. We're gonna say I've been drawing for a minute. So I've got 4 minutes left. I could do 3 minutes. I don't know. Aw, thank you, Zushi. I really appreciate that. No, you're amazing. Thank you for your terrifying support. You're very sweet. Sorry that I'm so jumpy. No, I appreciate you. How did the drawing come out yesterday? It was really cool. I'm sorry I had to run. I raid and run yesterday. I was trying to make it down to the springs to meet a friend. I was just telling the story about how I got caught in a hailstorm on that drive. And apparently a tornado went by me. It was like rain wrapped, so I didn't see it, but I don't know. I grew up in Texas, so I feel like that's not, I don't know. Tornadoes, unless they're like F5s, they really don't, like I didn't hear any sirens, so I think I was fine. Unless you hear sirens, you just kind of keep going about your day. Pretty much is what I remember. But there was a lot of hail, and that wasn't super fun. My car already has hail damage, though. I bought it with hail damage. It was a little cheaper that way, which is totally fine with me. So I don't really care about the aesthetics. But I am glad that my windshield didn't get busted. They weren't too big, though. Anyway, but I hope the rest of your stream went well. This is my Desmatasuchus. I have no idea if it's correct. Probably isn't. We're about to learn. I'm going to look it up on the interwebs. Sans AI, of course. Actual information only, please. And, yeah. Let's learn about it. You sometimes can't see them until... So you're making it sound like you've been swept into multiple tornadoes. Like, oh, sometimes I don't see tornadoes until it's too late. I'm just picturing you just like, oh, here's another one. Just getting swept up. It's an extinct genus of archosaur. It is not a leggy crocodile. Well, actually, hold on. Hold on. It's an extinct genus of archosaur. It is not... No, it's not a crocodile, but it has that in the name. See, that's the trouble with scientific names. And common names, too. Often they don't actually describe the animal correctly. I don't know what desmata means. Link? Desmato means link. Crocodile link. Oh, so maybe it's like the branch between the archosaurs and the crocs. Is that what that means? Maybe? Let's read. It has these really cool spines on its shoulder. I like that. It is kind of a leggy croc, though. Look at this, guys. Maybe I did get a little closer than I thought. I do really like the spine. Look at that fused, like, those are really cool. Really cool spines. Holy cow. Skull was relatively small. Okay, compared to body, for sure. Discovery and classification. Yeah, I wonder if they named it that because they think it might have been the link between, basically the evolutionary gap between, like, where the crocodilians branched off or something. These are cool skeletons. Look at these. Oh, they've got that big turtle-y type scapular region. Really, really fun. It's suggested that Desmatasuchus could have been an omnivorous animal or even an insectivore. This is because of several similarities between it and armadillos. For instance, both groups are armored. They possess long snouts that lack teeth on the end. Also, there is evidence of bees, wasps, and termites in late Jurassic, meaning they had access to insects. The teeth are somewhat similar in shape, although armadillos have more peg-like teeth. But both typically carry around 6 teeth on their dentaries. Both armadillos and Desmatasuchus have hypertrophied processes present on their limb bones, which indicates large limb muscles. So what they're talking about is Hypertrophy, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong if there's somebody in chat who knows a little more, but I'm pretty sure that's those, it's hard to see them here. Oh, well, actually, I don't see them at all here. Maybe I don't know what that means. I thought it meant, like, it indicated, like, heavy digging muscles because you'd see, like, a long spine on the elbow, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. Hold on. Hypertrophied bones. How do you have a hypertrophied bone? Abnormal growth or enlargement of bone tissue. So it does mean large bones. Maybe it just means like large shoulder, like this right here, maybe? Like these muscle, potentially this could have had muscle attachments. I don't know. Interesting. Usually when you see like, I thought it meant this. I don't know if armadillo skeleton is going to have this. That is not what I wanted. Yeah, this right here. So do you see how on the armadillo it's got that really long elbow? It looks like an elbow. But that anytime you see like a long like attachment point like this, just like when we were talking about the neural spines with the giraffe, how it has these long neural spines to attach muscles to, it's the same thing with other parts of the body as well. So like when you see a skeleton, like if you look at digging animals and look at their skeletons, they all have these really long, I thought this was called hypertrophied, like extension of that bone. And it's basically so that these really big muscles can attach there and help them make that digging and pulling motion constantly that they have to do for whatever their type of living is. But clearly that's not the type of hypertrophy they're talking about. Present on their limb bones. So it just means, I guess, thickened limbs, perhaps, which indicates digging. I suppose so. Compared to body size, I guess the armadillo does have kind of thick limb bones. Okay, anyway. Well, yeah, so if you want to read more about this, I don't have time to dig into it now. I'm probably going to get sucked in if I keep going. But if you want to learn more about the this Monosuchus, I will link that in the chat. There we go. Yeah, exactly, Dracon. It looks like we're about to be in an ad, too. So we are going to take a stretch break. I'm going to do the other... I'm gonna do the other draw me an animal, and then we're gonna go back and do the art gym finally. Thank you all for your patience. Your father's a botanist and has discovered new plants. No way. He gets so upset when people don't name things scientifically. Yes. Like half the time the scientific name is just like the last name of the person who discovered it, which I get, but like it doesn't really help me as somebody who doesn't study that animal. It doesn't really help me like know what that name means, you know? Snoot, exactly. We're gonna do the other draw me animal in a second. I haven't looked at it yet. Let's see. Oh, it's a Komodo dragon. Nice. But that first one was from Auroran. Oh, we have a hydrate from Auroran too. I hope you enjoyed that, Auroran. I hope you got to see it. Thank you for the suggestion. You've prepped a couple of its relatives. Wait, you do fossil prep? Germs? Did I know that? I'm sorry if we talked about this and I forgot. Good morning, Christmas Cat. Welcome in. It's a bit older than Leggy Crocs. Cool. Yeah, Hailstorm. Sorry, I'm behind in chat. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Tea time. Hello. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm so sorry that you came in on an ad. Sorry for ads. Sorry for ads. We're actually about to stretch, but welcome in. If you have a link, feel free to drop it. And then I'll see you right after the ads. We'll BRB. Just stretching right now. Sorry. But welcome in, Raiders. Hi, if you can see me, my name is Casey. We're doing the art gym. Well, kind of. We're gonna be doing the art gym, but right now I'm stretching because that's what we do during ads. We don't draw. Try to make sure that everybody gets to participate. So yeah. Let's see if we can get some stretches in. Let me see who I'm missing here in chat. Skrith, if you can hear me, welcome in. And Tea Time with Taryn, hello. Thank you so much again for that raid. We will make sure we chat after the ads. Oh, there's no ads. Oh, good. Okay, well then hello. Sorry that there's ads. If you do get caught in an ad, this is all we do during the ads. We just stretch. Wait, that not work? There. I don't know how to run my own stream. We do this. We just stretch. But if you have any links you want to drop, if you were working on some art maybe, or what were you up to? Did we get you a shout out? Let me see. Shout out. Sorry. There. Make sure that you guys go follow. And you were doing art. Yeah, what kind of art were you up to, if you can hear me? For those who can hear me and are not in ads, if you want to join me in a stretch break, just kind of take your hunched posture and over arch. You're going to overcorrect and hold for about 20 seconds and push your shoulder blades together. This is a really good one to do. You can also do some neck stretches. This will help as well with any tightness. And wait, hear what? Hear me. Can you not hear me, Marcus? My mic is on this time. Thank you, Sushi, for the lurk. I appreciate it. But yeah, hold for about 20 seconds. And then after that, you're just going to unarch your back. So basically, you're going from shrimped hunch posture to overcorrection and then relax. And that's going to straighten out your spine, help prevent back issues later in life. And we're back from ads for those who were in ads. It sounds like some of you were not in ads, which congratulations. But my name is Casey. We are doing something called the Art Gym today. It's World Giraffe Day on Saturday, and so we're celebrating early by just doing some studies, talking about giraffes. We've been a little derailed, surprise, so far this stream. We just did a Draw Me an Animal, which I have another one I have to do here in a sec, so we'll be doing another Draw Me an Animal game. It takes about 5 minutes, but first I want to welcome in the raids. Brazen, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming on in. I appreciate you. What were you up to today? What kind of stuff were you doing? Working on armadillo painting. We were just talking about armadillos, were we not, chat? That's crazy. If you have an armadillo painting that you'd like to share, feel free. Today's stream was awesome, talking about natural and super... Oh, that's great. You're in love with her hand. Well, congratulations, Aesthetical. I hope you have a very happy life together. Addicted, hello. Addicted Donut. Man, do I vibe with that name. What do you think giraffes hide from us? Well, their organs, probably. Very complex thoughts, also. I mean, look at that skull. There's obviously thoughts bouncing around in there. Skrith, welcome in too. Thank you all for coming in so much. I really appreciate you coming in on the raid. For those, while I wait to see if there's a link or something that we can get from Tea Time, feel free to drop one, Taryn, if you're here. But if you don't know me, my name is Casey. I'm actually an illustrator, but right now we're doing what's called a partner push. If you're not familiar, it's basically where you have to average 75 viewers per stream for 2 months, and you have to get at least 16 streams that have that average on the individual stream. So I am on day 11 of 16, and so far all of them have done it. We're getting close, and I would really appreciate any kind of lurk that you could give, because the reason I'm trying to get partnered on Twitch, is because I'm trying to get on the front page in time for Save the Vaquita Day. So I don't know if I have any animal lovers in chat, but maybe you know about the vaquita already. We have some vaquita emotes if anybody wants to use those, but basically the vaquita is a highly endangered porpoise. There's fewer than 20 left in the world, and I just would really like to help get the word out about this animal. There is reason to hope that we can save them, and we can talk about that if you'd like, but basically we just need to stop any more from dying, and in order to do that, people need to know they exist and start pressuring some organizations to change some things so that can happen. But it is the world's smallest and most endangered cetacean, but the most endangered marine mammal. And with fewer than 20, we pretty much have to act now. So if you want to help me get this on the front page, essentially you have to apply for the front page a month ahead of time. And that means I need to be partnered by August. And since it takes 2 months to get partner usually, I figured I better start in June. So this is me trying, but so far we've had all of our streams hit those goals, so I'm actually hoping I can apply after a month, which would be really awesome. And I'd really appreciate any help. So if you want to help with the push, all you have to do is, hold on. Wait, what is all this? There we go. This, what just happened? What is going on? Okay, hold on. I'm like pulling up some old game files somehow. All I want you to do is push. Why is it not just letting me show you the push? This! Okay, you know what? I'm just going to pull up, since it keeps doing that, I'm just going to pull up the actual push thing. Anyway, if you want to help, it was so strange. I don't know if anybody saw that. My computer was freaking out. It's just freaking out about the vaquita. But if you click that link right there, if anyone's on Blue Sky, I'm just going to click the link, because that can't flip away to other files. And yeah, halfway to partner. So here's my most recent post about it if you want to share it. But basically just lurk and hang out, and that would really help. let's see. Tea time. You're welcome for the shout out. Yes, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate that, Brazen. I'm honored that you would direct the raid like that. Tea time. If you have any art or links you want to share, I'd love to share them on screen for you and show people what you're up to and see what you're up to myself. But if you have to raid and run or you'd rather not share, that is okay too. Just know that it's on the table if you want. We do art tax here if people want. So I'm not an intense tax collector. Just if you want to share. But yeah, feel free to drop a link at any time from the raid. And while we're waiting to see if you have one, here's some of my work. So typically when I'm not doing the art gym, the study session that we're about to get into, I'm doing digital painting. So this is the kind of work. Actually, let's again start here just because this is a piece that features a vaquita porpoise. This is that porpoise that I'm trying to spread awareness about on the front page, hopefully this fall. But yeah, I'm trying to get into illustration, like book covers, board games, that kind of thing. So if you like painters, I do sometimes do traditional media. I'd love to learn more about traditional media. We were just rated by Margot Simone Art earlier, and we've been talking for a little bit, talking about doing some kind of like a watercolor co-stream. I did a watercolor like plein air painting the other day, but that was really hard because it was windy. So I need to probably play with watercolor a little more in a different context. But mostly when you come in the afternoons, I'm working on digital illustrations. For my children's book portfolio, for my book cover portfolio, and even some stuff just for like conventions. I also am trying to get back into conventions this year. I've applied to TwitchCon. I'm actually waiting to hear back on TwitchCon right now. So thank you also for hanging out, just to maybe encourage them to consider me for TwitchCon, Artist Alley. That'd be super cool if I could go and do that. But yeah, I'm going to put in this print order hopefully today. We'll see if I can get this piece finished this afternoon, but I really need to because I'm potentially also going to Denver Fan X in July. We'll see. I'm not banking on it, but if I do end up getting called up as a backup, I do not want to be caught off guard. So I kind of want to get all my prints made before July. So anyway, this one will be another print that I get made. But yeah, this is the stuff that I do. So if you like creatures, if you like watching artists work, if you like animals, we nerd out about animals a lot here. I do a lot of dinosaur stuff too. I did Dinovember last year and turned a bunch of them into stickers. I'm hopefully going to get some of those on my Ko-fi soon. But I already have the plan for this year's Dinovember. And then I also do this thing called Sea Slug Dragons. Hopefully this one stays on the right file. I don't know what was going on. Why my computer was like clicking the wrong file. Oh shoot, I broke it. I'm so bad at everything. Yeah, so I let chat pick a sea slug, and then we will design a creature based off that slug. And then I actually made a sculpture out of this one. So I sculpt as well. On the last stream of the month, we do sculpting. I'm working on a winged serpent right now. Hopefully I'll finish it at the end of this month and then paint it next time. So anyway, if you like this kind of stuff, you're in the right place. Tea time, thank you for that follow. Oh, thank you. I just now saw your comment. I'm sorry. I'm behind in chat. You guys are very sweet. Thank you, Skirth and Taryn and Aesthetic Alpha. I appreciate you guys. And thank you for those follows. It really does help. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for being here for the push as well. Like I said, we're really close, and I'd love to get Save the Vaquita Day on the front page. So I really appreciate all the support. Thank you, everybody. You're very sweet. More tea time. I was going to say, we have some other team members. Community Time, meet, what's the full name? Tea Time with Taryn. Look at all these tea timers. Posted the link. Yeah, cool. We'll check that out. I'm just wrapping up here, if that's okay. But yeah, this is creature design stuff we do on the first Wednesday of the month. I'll design a dragon. Sometimes they're more creaturey than dragons, but anyway, that's what I do. Thanks for sitting through it. Let's see what Tea Time got up to. La 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 la. Click. Oh my gosh, this is great. Oh, I love your stuff. So fun. Do you know Margot Simone? I feel like you guys would really get along. This is so cute. This is really well done too. Holy cow. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, amazing. Oh, your attention to detail is so strong. These look great. Look at these stickers. Oh my gosh, I love it. I don't even know how you do that. Oh, fancy. Look at the fancy one. So fancy. These are fantastic. I love your paintings. You have a very delicate handling of watercolor. Very, very cool. I know some of this is like older stuff, it looks like, but still very cool to see. And it's cool that you stream this on Twitch. I love hyenas. Hyenas are so interesting. You do great work. Thank you so much for reading in. I'm honored to have you. I'll be sure to make sure that I follow you so I don't miss. It's always fun to meet more streamers here on Twitch. But yeah, if you guys aren't following Tea Time with Taryn, that was Tea Time with Taryn's work that we were looking at. Let me make sure I have a follow there. Very cool. Well, thank you again so much for coming in. I am the 4th streamer you've discovered shortly before or during their partner push. No way. Are there a lot of streamers doing that right now? Consider me a partner push good luck charm. Did the other ones all make it? I appreciate that. Yeah. Skrith. Oh my gosh. Skrith, thank you. So Skrith, here's what happens when you sub here. It's up to you. You don't have to claim this if you don't want, but I do this thing called the sub zoo. Well, I say it like it's a long-standing thing. It's the 2nd month we've done it. But here's me. I'm the zookeeper. See? It says me. That's how you know. And whenever you sub, whoever purchases the sub, you can either claim the sub doodle, and I can draw you as a kaiju here, or you can gift that sub doodle. So since this is your first gift sub here, let me know if you want to claim your doodle or if you're gifting that to Tea Time. And I can draw one of you as a kaiju. We're doing kaiju themed sub zoo this month. So last month we did a regular zoo, and everybody seemed to really like it. See, same thing. And this month we did a kaiju themed. So if you want to, you could pick like a movie monster, and I could draw that, or I could just kaijuify an animal for you. Like somebody wanted a hyena kaiju, so I did that. It's kind of up to you. Yeah, kaiju. Oh my gosh, Skrith. You want both? Aw, you're so sweet. You didn't have to do that. I hope you enjoyed your alien baby as well. I made that GIF. It's the only GIF I've ever made. So I guess Skrith, then, you want an armadillo? Okay. And then Tea Time with Taryn, you have been gifted a subdoodle. Enjoy your emotes also. You get some Vaquita emotes that you can spread around Twitch. Talk to people about the Vaquita. That would be super cool. There's also, I see you found the flailing Carnotaur. Good job. But thank you so much for your generosity. That's really kind. Do I know when International Save the Vaquita Day is? Yes. So Paleontologist Faye, it's actually going to be October 4th is the last word I heard about it. So last year it was September 7th, and when I started the push, I was operating under the understanding that that's when that would be. All right, armadillo. But yeah, and then you can also just so everyone knows who maybe hasn't seen this before. Subs, just the sub is how you get into the zoo, and then if you want it to be colored, or if you just want a sub doodle that's colored, 5 gift subs at once, like a bomb, is how you get the color. And then more than that, I just start doing giveaways and freak out. So that's pretty much how it works. Thank you so much for coming in. So many good emotes. Oh, thank you. Actually, this community, because of their generosity, I've actually unlocked a lot more emotes. I was hoping I could get more done this month, but I have not had time. I have not had a single spare minute of time this month. So I've given up on making more emotes this month. Maybe after the push, once I know how many emote slots I have. I've got like a list of 23 emotes that I want to make. So hopefully there's more coming soon. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get more done this month. We'll see at the end of the month maybe if a miracle happens. But Tea Time with Taryn, what would you like to be in the kaiju sub zoo? Would you like to be a monster? Maybe an animal? You like my campaign artworks? Well, thank you, Aesthetic Alpha. I appreciate that. You guys are so sweet. This is a very, very kind community that you've brought over here. Tea Time and Brazen. I appreciate you both. Cold Case of Creativity. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Can do So July. What is that? Oh, Soju. No, I don't think I can afford that. Addicted Donut. Unfortunately, I actually found out last night my cost of living might be going up soon, so I need to do some budgeting and figure out what that might mean. The timing is kind of unfortunate because I was just starting to think just maybe I could go full-time freelance again and not have to have a day job and just do Twitch and, illustration and take commissions and just do the art thing. But some stuff might be changing. So we'll see. But no, I don't think I can afford to give soju to everybody. Tea Time with Taryn, there's no rush. I'm going to write your name down, though, so I don't forget you have one. I'm just going to put a question mark by it. There's a few other people who haven't decided yet, too. So no worries. It's just know that whenever you're ready, feel free. Feel free to look up some kaiju if you want, or movie monsters, or I can design you one. Some people have just been giving me, things to design with. This person said, sea dragon. So I designed a sea dragon for them. This person said a fire kaiju. So I designed a fire kaiju. It's totally up to you. It doesn't have to be a real thing. Tea Time with Taryn. But thank you again so much for bringing your lovely community here. I really appreciate you. Your work is fantastic. I'm glad we got to meet. And yeah, I'm going to do the armadillo really fast. Let's see. Do we have room over here? I think we're all full over here. Oh, Aesthetic Alpha, thank you. Ringbolt, we are a little squirreled, but that's okay. That's okay. I like to welcome in the raids, and it's just a quick doodle to thank the subs, and I'm happy to do that. And if you were trying to jump scare me, sorry, I was looking at chat. I know that that's usually why the poor squirrel button gets pushed all the time. Ooh, can we do? I wonder if I could do an armadillo like bowling pin rolling a city. Would that be? I wonder. Are you okay with that? I think that'd be kind of funny. Let's do maybe I think that's funny. I don't know if it is or not. But I'm gonna draw some bowling pins going flying. Okay, you like that idea? Cool. Let's do that. I think that would be fun. We're getting toward the end of the month here, so hopefully it's okay to take up a little more space here. So these are my buildings. They're very silly. They look like cheese graters. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Oh, you have little armadillo emotes. Those are so cute. I love how armadillos kind of roll up into a little ball. Have you guys ever seen The Road to El Dorado? I love that little armadillo in that movie. Whenever I think of like an armadillo rolling up, I always think of that little critter. I'll make sure I get all their scaling correct. You love that movie? Yeah, it's good. Oh, July Canthropy. That's true. That's true. It's tough to be a god. It is. But if you get the people's nod, what is the next line? I don't remember. Do 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 do. That's all I know. The sleepy one is your favorite. Aw, did you draw those? Those are great. So yeah, I haven't decided yet if we'll do a theme for next month or if we'll take a break and alternate every month. So let's see. It's June, July, August, September, October, November. I do want to do Dinovember for November. Oh my gosh, Diana the Ashen. Welcome in, welcome in. Shoot, maybe I should have put 0 for my prediction option. I'm gonna draw at least one study, guys, I promise. Diana the Ashen, welcome in. How was your stream? Thank you so much for bringing in your community. I am working on a little sub-zoo doodle right now. Somebody requested an armadillo kaiju. So I'm drawing an armadillo like bowling balling itself into a city and knocking the buildings over, which I think is funny. We're gonna do little screams. Anyway, this is just a little for fun like thank you doodle thing that I do for people who sub. If you gift a sub or sub, then you can choose whether you keep your sub doodle or you can gift that sub doodle to someone else. It's just basically one doodle per sub. And then if you gift 5 at once, then you get color. And then if you do more than that, you get color and you trigger a bunch of giveaways. So I'm just wrapping this up for Skrith. But what did you get up to, Diana? Do you have any art you want to share? Welcome in, Raiders. I'm so sorry. You just caught me right at the end of finishing up. Let me switch back over to what we're working on today. We're doing the art gym. You finished the painting that we saw last time. If you have an updated image, I'd love to see it, but if you don't have time to share it, no worries. Okay, yeah, take your time, drop a link when you're ready, and welcome in. If you guys aren't following Diana the Ashen, you're missing out. Fantastic artist here on Twitch, if you don't already know them, and always excited to check out your work. And grab foods, yes, go enjoy your lurk. Yeah, it was nice to meet you too. It's nice to meet you too. Just let me know if you ever decide what you want for your doodle. They did go very hard on that soundtrack, yes. Oh, thank you so much, Aesthetic. I appreciate that. And thank you to anybody who's lurking from the raids. For those who don't know, I am trying to push for partner. Let's see if I can open this without it clicking buttons randomly this time. For some reason, when I clicked this last time, it was like clicking over to like reference images and stuff that I have on my desktop. So I don't know what was up with that. I think we're okay right now. But I'm pushing for partner for those who don't know. And the reason I'm doing it is so that I can get on the front page of Twitch to apply for Save the Vikita Day. So if you want to help with that effort, all I really need is just people to lurk. You don't have to follow or anything like that. I mean, I super appreciate follows, but it's absolutely not required. You can also share my Blue Sky post if you're on Blue Sky. I also have a post in my stories and on my Instagram page over on Instagram. So whatever your media of choice is, I really appreciate any help with that. But for like TLDR, basically there's fewer than 20 of these little guys left. Here's a sculpture I made of one last year during Save the Vaquita Day. I'm going to sell this on my Ko-fi eventually to help raise funds. It comes with a little baby too that we did for the fundraiser. But yeah, if you want to help, just lurk. Just leave the video playing. Don't tab away, or you can tab away, I think. Just don't close the tab or turn off your PC or your desktop, I guess. If you're able to lurk, it really helps. If not, that's okay. I totally get it. But if you'd like to help me in this effort, oh my gosh, we just got double rated, kind of triple rated. Holy cow. Dally, thank you so much for rating in. Oh my goodness. I was lurking on your stream this morning. I'm sorry I didn't have time to check in. I was trying to get to the studio. But I already had a little peek at what you were painting. It looked awesome. If you want to share that or anything else that's work safe here on Twitch, or here on screen, excuse me, feel free to drop a link in the chat. Yeah, you know the drill. But I'd love to show it off. Yeah, anything you want to share. You don't have to share those things either. Like I said, the only thing I ask is that it's work safe from folks who write in, but I know you know that. I'm just saying that for the benefit of anyone else in the future. But yeah, I was just explaining that I'm trying to push for partner right now to help save the vaquita. So if anybody wants to help, hey Jack Lantern Art, good to see you. Thanks for coming in on the raid. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Make sure you guys go follow Dally and Diana the Ashen. We just got double rated by both of these awesome artists. I'm supposed to be doing the art gym right now, which we'll get back to in a second. It's basically a study session. You can participate by joining the Discord or applying to the Blue Sky post. But first, let's look at these raid arts. You guys have great timing. Oh, here's the finished version of the one we saw the other day. Dana, it looks so good. Oh my gosh. Seriously, look at the texture and the shine on this. You guys, are you seeing this detail? You draw metal so well. Like, what the heck? I know, right? Like, look at the material details. Holy cow. It's so good. Yeah, if you guys aren't following, I need to just like absorb how you do this. Go follow Diana the Ashen. Make sure you're following, because you're not going to want to miss watching this kind of work get done. I know, I'm not either. I'm not either, Tally. Yeah. No, it's so good, right, Scrith? Yes, this is Diana the Ashen's work. Thank you so much for rating in, for sharing this beautiful, beautiful piece. Again, folks, you're missing out if you're not following. Not only a fantastic artist, but a lovely person to hang out with on stream. I've lurked on a few and chatted. It's a good community over there. So make sure you go follow and meet some new people here on Twitch. I know, right? Lithium, the texture is incredible. Like, everyone, please. Go follow. I'm not lying when I say you should follow these people. But yes, Diana, thank you so much for rating in. This is really came out really fantastically. I am blown away by your detail with like the material textures, and like, I mean, you made it look so metallic compared to the cloth, and that is truly a skill. Like, excellent work. Great observation eye to be able to make that happen. Of course. Thank you for sharing your work and for rating in. I feel like a little showcase is the least I can do. Yes, Dally. It's so good to see this whole thing. These are those cat characters you shared the other day. For those who have not seen this piece, take a look at the screen. Dally is working on this awesome, very charismatic, very imaginative artwork of these two cat D&D characters of hers, and I am loving the direction it's going in. I also love, are these going to be like glowing worms, or excuse me, mushrooms? Is that what's coming out of the ground? They look very fun. I like the difference in the lighting is really nice. But the characters themselves are just so charismatic, and I love your painting style. It's really, really nice to look at, and I think you're doing a great job. So again, if you guys aren't following Dally AMT, another fantastic artist here on Twitch, who was on kind of a stream break for a while, but is now back. So if you want to go follow and join in and support and just hang out and talk art, it's a great time over there as well. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Yeah, I can see that it's not totally done, but it's looking fantastic. I know, they're mushrooms. Okay, cool. Isn't it cute, Sloppy? Yeah, everybody go follow Dally if you want to see more cool art on Twitch. Minko Toto, you guys, here's the thing. The more we encourage artists on Twitch, the more they'll stick around. Here's my goal. My goal is that all the artists will just leave all the other platforms, because they're all jerk meanie faces, and come over here to Twitch, because we're awesome over here. Our Twitch community is amazing. I want all the artists to know. So go give Dally a follow, and welcome them back to Twitch, and yeah, just enjoy the painting and the vibes. It's so good. Gonna upload a high res version. Oh, okay, cool. It's like 10 billion by 10 billion. Oh boy, let's see. Whoa. Oh, but look at the paint detail. Yes. I love it. Yeah, I think I was watching as you were working on the face this morning. It looks so good. Everything looks so good. Look at all this texture. I love a brushy texture, you guys. I'm such a sucker for a brushy texture. And look at the detail. I know you're still working on it. You probably don't want me to zoom in on this part, but I love the handling of the lighting and the textures on the rocks too. I can tell you're still working it up, but it's looking great. Thank you so much for sharing. Fur rendering is fun. Yeah, right? Quartz, yes. You guys go follow Dally. I'm not lying to you. And Cecil, is that what, or no? Seal Shiv, I can't say words. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call you Seal. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at saying your name. Thank you for your patience. Dally is extremely skilled. Yes, yes. Followed them both. Well, great. See, now you know some more artists on Twitch that are awesome and totally worth hanging out with. And that's why raids are awesome. That's why the art Twitch community is awesome, is because it's so, you start finding cool people so quickly the minute you start getting involved in community with like raids or like raiding out or accepting raids and like chatting with others and finding people who are into the art you're into. I've had so much fun here on Twitch in the last year, and I just want all the art friends that I have that are just struggling on social media to just stop trying to fight the algorithm and come over here. It's just so much better. At least that's been my experience anyway. But Dally, this is great. Both of you, Dally and Diana the Ashen, you both do amazing work. Thank you so much for choosing me to raid and bringing your communities here and trusting me with your chats. I'll do my best not to like bumble any harder than normal. That's really all I can promise. But for anybody who hasn't seen my work before, I don't always talk about the vaquita. I mean, right now we're talking a lot about the vaquita, but I am an illustrator. So this is the type of work that I do. I will start with the one that has a vaquita in it though. So I'm trying to get into book illustration, kids books, like middle grade, maybe graphic novel kind of market, possibly board game art. I'd be open to that too. There's a few board games companies I actually want to reach out to this summer and just see if they want to work with me. But yeah, this is typically the type of work you can see me doing here on Twitch. So if you like this kind of stuff, feel free to hang out. I do kind of a more, I don't know, I focus a lot on animals and nature, and I'm trying to work more people into my scenes. I'm really trying. That's part of why I started doing the art gym, is like I just need to practice. I don't really have a style when it comes to like how I draw people. And I need to kind of solidify that. It's a pretty big weakness in my body of work, at least in my opinion. And so I'm trying to do the art gym to kind of practice stuff I'm not good at. But in the afternoons, on Mondays and Wednesdays, I do longer format, like sit-down paintings. I may finish this one on stream or off stream today because I need to focus on the fire and I'm having trouble doing it on stream. But I might switch to this one this afternoon. This one's not quite finished. I need to kind of clean up some of the cloud detail and stuff. So you might come back. If you come back this afternoon at 4 p.m., I might be working on this. But most of my my work also ends up in conventions. I do a lot of prints and stuff. I'm trying to get back into conventions. I've got a webcomic, !Drift. If you want to read that, it's over on Tapas and Webtoon. And then I also do like stickers and just, I don't know, fun design things. I don't know. So if you want to follow along with anything that I'm doing, yeah, thank you. There's my Ko-fi. Actually, I have some free Vaquita emotes on that Ko-fi. If you've seen those Vaquita emotes in the chat, the ones that you get for following, then you can download those on that Ko-fi link. But here's my socials as well, if anyone wants to follow me and support there. Any artist will tell you that just following and like liking a couple of their pieces, or heck, even sharing a post, that is like the best thing you can do for us. It is so hard for us to rise above all the noise on social media, and so any kind of boost like that, if you find an artist you enjoy, I guarantee you will make their day, no matter how big or small they are, just by sharing a post or liking a post. So if anyone wants to follow, there's my main social medias. I'm on YouTube right now if anyone wants to follow me there. Hoping to get more videos going, but right now it's mostly VODs. A few event streams have been posted on YouTube, so if you want to see some event streams in the past. I don't typically play games, but every once in a while I play an art game on Twitch, and so a couple of those, like my first playthrough of Journey that I did earlier this year, is on there. So, or was that last year? Anyway, first Wednesday of the month we do Sea Slug Dragons, where chat will pick a sea slug and I will design a dragon creature based on that sea slug. It's just for fun. I always enjoy doing these. We also do Character Camp because I want to get better at drawing human characters, but I've had to put those on pause this month because I have too many other things I have to prep, and I need stream time to do it for accountability reasons, mostly. But yeah, anyway, that's what I do. I also sculpt. I can't remember if I showed you my sculptures, but here's a sculpture of this sea slug dragon that you see on screen. So I do sculpting on the last stream of the month. So anyway, that's what I do. Welcome to my stream. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all. Let's do a draw me an animal. It's the redeem I've been trying to catch up on for like a while. Okay. Let's see. Stretch, hydrate. We did that. Yep. I only hydrate 2 more times. Oh, nice. You did a ragdoll cat. That's awesome. And you got it wrong. That's amazing. Listen, it happens. Hands are difficult. It's true. If you want to do a study of something other than what I'm drawing... Oops, sorry. Hold on. So I always tell people the art gym, the purpose of it is to just practice. So whatever you need to practice, do it. If you don't want to draw giraffes today and you want to draw hands, you have some references attached to your body, most likely. Do some observational drawing of your hand in different poses. You're going to learn so much more from drawing stuff in real life, like drawing from actual observation, because there's no implied line here. Like when you're looking at a flat 2-dimensional object or an image, there's an implied line separating the object from the background. And it becomes very easy to copy that line and not actually learn anything. So by drawing from observation, you're actually forcing your brain to take a 3-dimensional object and figure out on its own where the implied lines are. And that is why you're going to grow faster if you draw that way too. But yeah, the human man, yeah. Anyway, we'll talk more about the art gym in a second. Let's get back to this. I have one more Draw Me an Animal redeem. This is a game we can play every half hour. Somebody in chat can request an animal for me to draw using the channel point redeem. And I have to draw it in 5 minutes or less. And I can't use reference. So we're going to say a Komodo dragon. It's a fun one. I don't think we've ever had this one before. So it is 10:32. Holy cow, it's 10:32. 10:32. I'm going to draw a Komodo dragon. I'm trying to remember what they look like, honestly. I know that they have the big snarly mouths that like open up and have venom. But I don't know exactly what their body shapes are like. I know they're like a big monitor lizard. And they can run pretty fast. They're pretty scary, actually. Very prehistoric looking creature. But we're going to have this one kind of coming at you a little bit. And yeah, they have like paralyzing saliva, I think, or something like that. And they will chase you down and bite you. And then they just kind of wait for you to die. And then they eat you. It's a very malicious sort of a hunting method. But there's the drippy saliva. And there we go. I feel like they're mostly like a grayish color. And they live in jungle-y areas. So we're going to put a little jungle background around them. And then we're going to go look it up together and learn about it together. So that's kind of the fun part of Draw Me an Animal too, is I get to learn about a new animal or share an animal with you guys. And it's just a for fun little drawing game that we play. My only rule with it is that you can only no hints except for the name of the animal that the person is requesting. And has to be a real animal. So it has to be like an actual animal that's either currently living or extinct. So that's the rules for the game. If you'd like to play. Okay. Saliva. Okay, there's my Komodo dragon. I'm gonna give him kind of a jungly background here. Oops. There we go, wrong layer. Get him some green. Frondy plants in the background. Okay, there we go. Little jungle lizard. Save. I think they live next to beaches too, though. I think they are like an island creature. Let's go learn about it. Okay. Hey, Yamina Kakrot. Good to see ya. How you been? Welcome back. Yeah, Komodos are fun. Okay, Komodo dragon. Ambush predator. Here it is. I'm gonna say I got it. It's not like a perfect replica, but I feel pretty good about it. This is where they live. On this island. I don't know the name of this island. Flores, but also these islands. Komodo Island. That makes sense. They are endangered! Oh no! I didn't actually know they were endangered. Shoot. They live in the Indonesian islands of Komodo, Rinca, and Flores. Oh, and these other two as well. The largest extant population lives within the Komodo National Park in eastern Indonesia. It's the largest extant species of lizard, with males growing a maximum length of 3 meters. I'm pretty sure it's a type of monitor lizard. Yeah, Komodo monitor. Yep. A large reptile of the monitor lizard family. I'm pretty sure it's the largest lizard. They are apex predators in their environment, which means they dominate their ecosystem. They hunt and ambush prey, including invertebrates, birds, and mammals. Their group behavior in hunting is exceptional in the reptile world. The diet of Komodo dragons mainly consists of Javan rusa. Oh, it's a type of deer. Wow, I didn't know that actually. Huh. Wow. Wow, a lizard that hunts deer. That is... It hunts deer in a pack, no less. This is terrifying and amazing. They also eat considerable amounts of carrion, yeah. They occasionally attack humans. Wow. Very cool creatures. Here is their skull. I'm going to pin that, actually. I like that. Okay, I'm going to pin it on a different browser, but this is great. I love this. What a great reference. Yeah, here's the description. A juvenile looks like that, kind of speckledy. And then here's the adults. Less speckledy. This one's kind of brownish in color. Might just be dirty. Ooh. Komodo dragon using its tongue to sample the air. We'll turn that off. Look at him go, being all monitor lizardy. What a cool creature. Is he eating roots? What's he doing? Oh, look at this one! Hanging out in a tree, looking like a normal-sized monitor lizard. Not like a giant behemoth. Ooh, fighting. Very unhappy. Anyway, if you want to learn more about these guys, here you go. Komodo dragon. Thank you so much for the redeem. There we are. We did it. If you have a Manitou, good luck. No, I would do my best not to get anywhere near one. Can you imagine a Komodo dragon falling out of a tree on you? Holy cow. Moving to a bigger apartment. Battled some ups and downs. Oh, I'm sorry. Ugh, those are the worst. Well, I'm glad that you're doing better, and welcome in. I'm doing okay. I've got some stuff going on in my life very suddenly that I need to figure out sometime this month. So yeah, I'm still kind of thinking about that, but otherwise I'm good. Nothing crazy, like nothing, hopefully that will change too much about what I'm able to do here, but we'll see. Hey Scully, welcome in. Yeah, Komodo dragons are cool. So that was the Draw Me an Animal game. Thanks for playing. I'm gonna say I got that one. So I'm gonna save, and we are gonna go back and finally draw a giraffe. It's only been an hour and a half, guys. It's only been an hour and a half. Okay. I might have to lower the redeems or something during the push, because I feel like this has happened a few times. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with a skeletal study, actually, I think, before I jump into the study with skin and stuff. But as always, feel free to draw something else if you don't want to do this. This is just what I'm choosing to draw right now. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody in chat. Speaking of practice, I've done day 2 of a 6-month art challenge that is insane. I'm regretting it. 61-minute gesture drawings every single day. So an hour of gesture drawings. That's a lot. But you're going to learn a lot and you're going to grow really fast. For sure. For sure. So how much time is left for the art gym? Sorry, I just saw that question, Brazen. We usually stop around 11. I'll probably go to 11:30 today just because I've been kind of off track and I want to get a few studies in. But it depends. I mean, right now it looks like we're probably going to make as long as people continue to lurk, which I super appreciate, we're probably going to make the average for the stream today, which is awesome. And thank you again, everybody who got here early. If you get here earlier for the partner push, it basically helps those numbers get boosted even higher so that the average of any raids that come in have to work less hard to make up the difference. So I really appreciate that. I think we were like 10 shy of the number, about 30 or 40 minutes into stream, which is really helpful. If anyone wants my schedule to help remember when my streams are, I'm sorry about time zones. I know it's not convenient for everybody, but if you're able to lurk at the start of stream, although a lurk at any time is helpful, please don't think if you can't get there at the start that you shouldn't come, because it's still helpful to come and lurk at any point. But if you're able to be here at the start, it does make a big difference. And that wasn't something I really understood or knew about when I first started the push until somebody pointed that out to me. And I was like, oh, that is a great point. It is. I'm not very good at math, but even I can figure out that it's easier to make up the difference when you have less ground to cover. So All right, I'm going to do a quick little study here of the skeleton of the giraffe just to get like the basic proportions in. This is a very gestural study, so when I say gestures, I'm just thinking about like proportion. Oh, thank you for that follow. I'm thinking about shape and like where things are in relation to each other. Okay, so I typically, when I do the skeletal studies, all I'm really paying attention to is what I'm noticing about the bones and where they are in relation to each other. So I'm noticing these very long forelimbs, obviously, these very high extended arm bones. Well, I guess they're not that extended. Probably over-exaggerated that slightly. In this case, in some cases, this indicates digging. Obviously, this animal, looking at the hooves, is not a digging animal, but it does still need these big muscle attachments because it's a big, heavy animal and it has to run around. So it's going to need to have enough muscle to move this large body mass, this tall, heavy body mass, quickly from place to place. So there's other things you can learn from the bones. You do have to use a little bit of deductive reasoning. The thing about nature is it's not always this thing equals this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's 9 vertebrae. I could be wrong. Might be only 7. Can't remember if these little tiny ones at the top count. But anyway. I think a fun fact I learned about giraffes is that they have the same number of neck bones or neck vertebrae as humans. It's just theirs are way stretched out and ours are all tiny. But I could be wrong on that too. I haven't actually fact-checked that. So if somebody knows for a fact, let me know. But I thought that was kind of interesting if true. Oh my gosh. You guys, when I need to start thinking about if we make it to day 3, let's see. When will we be at we'll be in the last 3 days of the push. It would be the 1st, the 30th. It'd be that Wednesday. If we make it to next Wednesday and we're still doing pretty good on the push, I might have you guys start helping me brainstorm for like what you want to do for a party. Or actually, maybe we'll wait till after I apply and then we'll start talking about that. Because I feel like once I apply, there is still a wait period and you do kind of have to like kind of maintain those numbers, even though it's not officially part of the push. It still is a good look to try and like convince them to let you be a partner, if you're able to keep the numbers high after you've applied. But maybe we could talk about like what to do for a party if that happens. I know some people who've pushed for like months and I sure hope that's not what ends up happening, but I do appreciate everybody who's hung out. But if anyone has ideas right now of like something you'd like to do to celebrate, let me know. Are we actually drawing a giraffe? Yeah, I know. And I just finished. Where have you been? No, it's just a really fast little study, and I'm going to transition over here to doing the actual giraffe now. But for anyone who missed it, yes, it did take me a while to get to this today. We had a lot of raids, which are really nice, and a lot of redeems, which I had to do, which kind of got in the way. But that's okay. I think they're fun, and I like hanging out with you guys. So thank you for interacting. I'm glad that people enjoy the redeems, and I'm certainly not gonna complain about them. Okay. So for the reason if you missed it, the reason I do these quick studies is to check proportion and then to check for understanding of what's going on. So another good thing you can do is actually draw on top of a reference and just see if you can like place all the bones. So like looking at this, I can see that little bone right there is right there. I can see this goes to here. This goes up here. So you can actually place everything and just kind of understanding how things are going to move. It's going to help you with the locomotion of the animal, right? It's going to help you understand like what's actually happening underneath all the skin. So how would the muscles need to attach to all of this to make it actually move, right? All that stuff is helpful to know. Here's that point right there. I can see, here's the knee. A lot of people don't realize that this is the knee. Just switch colors here. That's the knee right here, not this. A lot of people think this is like a backwards knee on animals. It is not a backwards knee. If this is the knee, that would make this the ankle bone, right? So we're actually looking at a very tall ankle bone right here. And then that would make this the heel, and this is the foot, and this is the ball of the foot. So if you were to draw a foot, like a human foot over this, it would be like tiptoes, right? That's actually what we're looking at. In fact, you can find, and you have a small calf muscle here, which you see, right? Small calf muscle. And then there's that thigh muscle. So it's all the same bones. They're just squished and stretched in different ways to accommodate different animal needs. But there's an artist out there somewhere who's doing like, what if humans had the proportions of animals, like kind of playing with that idea. of us all having similar bone structures. And boy, some of the results are horrifying. But yeah, that's basically what's going on there. So that can help if that helps you like kind of lay out the structure of what you're seeing before you actually do the study. Go for it. A draw pile would be fun. Yeah, we could do a draw pile for the party. What else do you guys want to do? I was thinking of making it like a long party stream. That way people can like come in and say hi as they're able to. And I might alternate between like art and maybe some gaming. I don't know how you guys would feel about that, but that might be fun. Pizza party. We could do a bring your own pizza party. For sure. With tiny pizza slices. Maybe I could make a tiny pizza slice emote just for pizza party streams. All of our party streams are always going to be a bring your own pizza party. You remember seeing one with the human leg with bird foot structure? Yeah. Yep, I think we've seen the same artist. The turtle one. Christmas cat. The turtle one is terrifying. Terrifying. Easel, it's good to see you. Thank you for popping in. How are you, friend? Guys, if you're not following Beat Easel, make sure you do that as well. It's always good to see you. You need to go put pizza in your oven. Oh, you're always cooking some really yummy sounding food, Marcus. Do you want to share with the class? Zick says, this is my return to digital graphic design and art after a 30-year hiatus. Wow, thank you for inspiring me to do so and reteaching me so much that I had forgotten. Oh my gosh, Zix, that's actually really flattering. That's a really kind thing to say. Thank you. I'm really glad. It's an honor. It's probably the former teacher in me, but it warms my heart that anything that could happen here would be helpful and inspire and help be anything like a teachable moment. So thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for saying so. Ulodnin, you are not terrifying. Stop. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Ulodnin, you're great. You're great. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Ulodnin. I'm doing pretty good. I'm processing some things, some information I learned yesterday, but other than that, I'm doing good. I am a little tired. My brain keeps waking me up at like 4 or 5 in the morning, and it won't let me go to sleep till midnight. So that's kind of annoying. I wish that wasn't a thing. But, you know. But thank you for showing up for the push. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out for the push. Again, I really, really appreciate the support, everybody. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the hug, Miss Art Rules. It's okay. Everything's fine. I think it'll be okay. It's just, it's going to change some things for me for a little bit. And I'm not really sure what the solution is going to look like. I think that's the part that has me sort of like I dreamed about it last night and I was like, But it wasn't a scary dream, so I'm going to take that as a good sign that it'll be okay. It was just like a focus of the dream. I'm actually surprised I could sleep. No, I'm not surprised I could sleep. I take it back. I've had a couple of nights where I had trouble sleeping. Oh, thanks, Easel. Yeah, it's it's one of those situations where it was like, oh, I was starting to think. I was sharing this a little bit earlier on stream, like, oh, maybe I could get to a point where if I started taking commissions again, that like maybe I could actually afford to do art full time and like freelance again, because I haven't done that since I haven't been full time freelance since probably 2017. I think I only full-time freelanced for like 2 years when I first moved out to Colorado, and then I figured out really quickly that 1, I didn't know what I was doing. 2, I did not know enough people or have enough contacts to be freelancing, because it was like some months I'd do fine, I'd make enough to get by, or even sometimes more, and then other months it'd be like nothing. I was like, well, that's not gonna work. So I did that for about 2 years and lived off of savings until that got way too small. And then I was like, all right, I need a part-time job. And I've been kind of off and on just like trying to get back into, like trying to break into the industry ever since. Got into conventions and then had to stop for a while, and then COVID happened. And anyway, not to tell you my whole life story, but it's just like this last year, the last like 6 to 8 months specifically, this is the first time since then that I've actually seriously considered like maybe going full-time. And you guys are a big part of that, like seriously, thank you. And I know I'm also said this earlier, but we'll see where things are this fall. We'll see if I make it into TwitchCon. Like, I know that the biggest issue I've had for the most part is like publishing houses and agents and art directors, they just don't know I exist. And a lot of that is on me because I was just so afraid to interact with people online. I'd seen so much like art internet drama growing up that I just was really afraid to be targeted by any of that stuff, or like, I don't know, just like say the wrong thing on social media or get like taken the wrong way, and then like my career would be over. And so like I still struggle a lot with those fears of like being visible here on Twitch, but at this point it's like I either need to figure out a way to make this happen or I need to give up. And that was kind of where I was at the start of 2023. And I was like, well, I'm gonna try real hard and we'll see what happens. And then the art Twitch community showed up and they've been amazing. And so it's like been the first time in a while that I've actually felt like possibly this could work for me still. So thank you all for being so encouraging. But I also know a lot of it like right now is like the push hype, and I'm not really counting on this level of like hype like maintaining, you know, after the push. So it's more about like just seeing how things shake out as the year goes on. And I was getting to the point, like I said, where I was like, well, maybe I could do this. And I kind of was trying to, I don't know, not like making an exit plan for my day job, because I do love my day job. It's really very, for the most part, very easy and low stress. And I like the people I work with. But got some news that I might have some increased expenses pretty soon. Some stuff might be changing, so I'm just trying to like do the math right now, basically, and see what needs to happen and what's actually feasible. So we'll see. Oh hey Raga, welcome in. I do have a Patreon, yes. If anybody's feeling like they want to join over there. For those, actually, that's a good segue, because I do need to, for any patrons I have that are lurking, I am sending out those Patreon cards for those of you who are at the art in the mail tier. If you're at the big fan tier, that's the one that gets the art and sketches in the mail. Those are going out this week. So keep an eye on your mailboxes. Those will be hitting soon. And yeah, enjoy your doodle. You've been yelled at and canceled on the internet. It's for very silly reasons. And once it happens, I'm like, oh, it's fine. Nothing happened. Yeah, but so you're strong. Here's the problem. I have always been extremely conflict averse, and this is my own, like, I know this is a me problem. I'm just extremely, boy, I do not handle conflict well. It sends me, I don't know if I would call them panic attacks, but I think there have been a few times in my life looking back that I'm like, I had a really strong reaction to multiple very minor, in hindsight, very minor conflicts in my life. But it wasn't until I was in, well, I don't know if I want to get too personal, but in some situations that I should not have been in, that I allowed to happen for too long, that were very conflict heavy, and started noticing that I had, there were times that I physically could not speak. And I'd never had that reaction before, but I was, being, yelled at, and just felt like there was a hand on my throat kind of thing. And so I definitely have some kind of a something with conflict. I think it goes back to childhood and some other things that I just took probably way too hard, but have just internalized as it being a very bad thing. So I need to work on some stuff for sure. But it's a big part of what's kept me off of the internet, and off of out of community, and just being too afraid to talk to people and meet people for a very long time. But seriously, everybody hanging out with me here on Twitch and being so supportive on social media, and just, I don't know, there is a part of me that keeps waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm not gonna lie. There's definitely a part of me that's well, maybe things are fine now, but you're gonna say something stupid, or that isn't a good take on something, and then you're gonna get in all kinds of trouble, and people are gonna yell about you, and all the flame war things will happen. And because I watched so much of that happen to some of my art friends, I don't know, it hasn't happened, but I think there's just a part of me that's I just need to stop listening to the fearful part of myself, and just try things anyway, because you only get one life, and you gotta do stuff with it, or not, but you have to live with the choice that you make either way there. And so I'm trying to be really better about confronting my fears and just doing things even though they terrify me. So anyway, TLDR, I'm a big scaredy cat, but I'm trying. So anyway, I don't know how we got on this topic. We're gonna beat an ad in 3 minutes. So yeah, I will be stretching during that time. You'll roundhouse kick my enemies. Thanks, Easel. I might need that. It's okay, even if it happens, mistakes happen. We have growth moments. All you can do is be honest. And yeah, no, and you guys are all very wise. You're all right. It'll be I know that, like, I know that it's not a reasonable reaction that I'm having, but it's really hard to fight that, like, that instinctive thing that's been, like, drilled into you, you know? There will also be hissing. Oh, thank you. Isel, I appreciate that. Thank you, Pyro. You're very sweet. Oh my gosh, you guys are too funny. I appreciate the support. I'm not really trying to, like... I'm just trying to explain, like, why I've been such a weirdo. Yeah, I'm rambling. Exactly, Miss R Rules. I'm just rambling. Dan the BC Man says, I hope you get partner soon. I wish I was home today. Oh, no worries. Well, thank you so much, Dan. I really appreciate the lurk and you stopping in to say hi. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. That's no worries. No worries. Don't feel like you have to leave lurk if you can't. I also understand. You think it's sick or dying off? Oh, you're having the PC? Oh, I thought you meant you were sick. I'm sorry. What's your PC doing? Maybe we have some tech savvy people in chat who can help. But yeah, if you have an older PC and you don't feel comfortable, I totally get it. No worries. But thank you for saying hi. I do appreciate that. You shut down so hard. Oh yeah, I'm a complete and total, like freeze response, I think. Well, freeze or flight. It kind of varies. I'm definitely a freeze or a flight. I mean, you guys have seen how jumpy I am. Like, listen. I don't feel like this is super hard connection to make, but yeah, I definitely have. I'm a skittish. I have a rabbit heart. Isn't that what they call that? Like when you're very skittish. In some ways, I have a rabbit heart, but it's very funny because, like, in other ways, like in other areas of my life, I am totally adventurous. Like, I will climb a mountain. I will jump across a cliff, like a little, you know, like if there's like a 3-foot jump, but it's like a 1,000-foot drop, but I can make that. I'm jumping it. Like, it's so weird. I don't know why I can't apply that kind of just like joyful lackadaisicalness to like other parts of my life. I'm so nervous when it comes to like interpersonal reactions or interactions, I should say. And I don't know. I mean, I kind of know why I'm like that, but I didn't realize I had such a strong reaction to it until a few years ago. So it's just something I'm working on. But yeah, Dan the BC Man, I hope you're able to get your PC problems sorted. We are going to be in an ad in like 30 seconds. So I'm going to try and kind of wrap this study up, and then we're going to do a stretch. And I'm going to do maybe one more, or I might color this one. I don't know. I don't know if I like this one enough to color, to be honest. I drew it a little bit exaggerated in size. But oh, this music reminds me. I was gonna say I might do if we do some kind of like a long stream. Would you guys is that a bad move to do like a little bit of art, a little bit of gaming, maybe switch games midstream? Is that a thing people do? And if you do that, how does that work with the category of the VOD? Like if you change categories while streaming, does it show all the categories for that stream, or just the last one you used, or the one you started with? I don't know anything about how that works on Twitch. It's a thing some streamers do, but is it a bad thing or is it okay? Because I was kind of thinking about doing like a longer stream and just doing like a variety stream, but I don't know if that would be fun for everybody. The VOD just shows the first one. Okay. Oh wait, it's just multiple categories for one VOD. So like it'll show all the categories on the VOD? Not really a bad thing? Okay, you don't see an issue? Okay. I just don't know if that's like preferred. Because I thought it might be fun if it was like if people did want to hang out if I'm not doing the same thing all day. But I also kind of might want to jump around. It will show multiple. Okay, cool. Thanks, Raga. Oh, and there's our ad. Okay, let's pause here on the drawing. Do a stretch. Everybody stretch. Unshrimp yourselves if you can hear the sound of my voice. Friendly reminder to unshrimp if you are shrimping currently. I have a lot of tabs open. Hold on, I need to close some of these. I am being irresponsible with my tabbage. There we go. Closing stuff. Trying not to crash my computer. Close, 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 close. There we go. Boink. Okay, I think I closed everything. Let's stretch. If you could, like I said, if you can, maybe you already are, but if you can hear the sound of my voice, just get up, move around, do some stretching. This is your once an hour friendly reminder to unshrimp yourself, to stretch out those hands and ligaments. Maybe go get some water if you don't have any water. Get a snack if you need a snack. Yeah. Casey, do everything you want. I have funsies with it. I went from drawing a spooky gal to making a pride-themed worm on a string. Okay, can someone explain? I'm sorry, not to just totally derail. Can someone explain the word worm on a string thing? I have been seeing so many worms on a string. I know that was a thing for like art fight, kind of. But fair. Okay, thank you for letting me know that that's like a normal thing. But the worm on the string thing reminds me, like, I have questions. Is it just that people think they're funny? I think I've seen like one of those in my life. And I forgot they were a thing until I started seeing them on the internet all the time. Okay, I'm going to stretch. I'm going to push my shoulder blades together and hold. And we're going to unshrimp ourselves for about 20 to 45 seconds. That's what you want to do. You want to hold your shoulder blades. You want to really strengthen those muscles. They are silly, goofy little toys, but I guess I just didn't realize they were such a phenomena. And so it's mostly an art fight thing. Okay, because I don't think I really even remembered them until I started seeing them for art fight. And I was like, what? Okay, well, thank you for, all right, so yeah, I take it you're doing art fight then. Windows jumps off, then some kind of weird numbers and letters pop up and tries to do some kind of scan, then freezes. You have to restart Windows again and weird stuff. Sounds like you might have some programs that aren't running correctly. I think there's just too much on this old 14-year-old running with Windows 7. Oh, that could be your issue. Yeah. I finally switched from Windows 7 and 23. Yeah. That could be your problem. And you could also have a virus, Dan the BC Man. They stopped supporting Windows 7 like 10 years ago. I want to say. Or well, maybe it was like 8 years ago. But I was really maybe you're really diligent too. I used Malwarebytes. You might want to try installing Malwarebytes, Dan the BC Man, to check and see if you have any spyware. Here, I'll write it down so you can find it. I think that's how you spell it. Malwarebytes. It's free. It's a free malware. It's a good malware scanner. And then you can also try, I'm not sure if there's better ones out there. Like Windows Defender is really good, but they're not updating it for Windows 7 anymore. But make sure your Windows Defender is updated. And you could try Avast virus scanner. That's a free antivirus. And it's a lot better still, even if it isn't as good as it used to be. It's still a lot better than like Norton or McAfee or anything. Free malware. No, not free malware. It's a free malware erasing and protection program. But here's the two that I've used. I don't know if anyone else in chat has more up-to-date, like better antivirus recommendations. I know that like Windows Defender is supposed to be really good these days, but if you have an out-of-date OS, it's probably not as good. But it sounds like you need to maybe do a file cleanup as well. You could try getting an external hard drive and just offloading all of your files that you're not using. That might help too. But it could be a hardware issue as well if you have a really old PC. There's lots of things. There's lots of things that it could be. Yeah. And if you don't want to go to Windows 11, you can still buy program keys for Windows 10 online as well. I think they're like $10, yeah. Yeah, really cheap. I actually have a USB drive that's formatted to reinstall Windows 10 if I ever need it. So, yeah. Might just need to be taken out back. 14-year-old PC is pretty old. I have a 10-year-old PC that I built in 2015 that's still kicking. But I'm sure in about 5 years it'll be ready to... It will need some hardware updates. Yeah. If you can take some photographs of the numbers you're seeing, Dan the BC Man, feel free to put them in the Discord in the Nerd Talk maybe section. Somebody might be able to help diagnose the issue. We have a few tech savvy folks in the Discord. But yeah, next time you see the numbers, maybe take your phone and just take a picture of what you're seeing and post it in there so people can help you diagnose. I tech savvy. I'm tech. What's like mid tech savviness? I'm that. I'm not like the most tech savvy, but I'm definitely not bad at it. Like I'm good enough to build my own PC. But to be fair, PCs aren't that hard to build these days. They're very plug and play for the most part. So I would say I'm like somewhere in here. Like here's the high tech savvy. Here's like your grandma who can't figure out email still. And then here's like me. Maybe like on the slightly upper edge of average, but not by a lot. I'm an expert after all my issues. That's true. Oh my gosh, I had so many issues with my RAM. I still, it crashed yesterday. Or no, 2 days ago. It crashed on Monday. Randomly. Like, I wasn't even doing anything. It just crashed. But I think it was actually my graphics card. I think I need to uninstall my graphics card program and reinstall it. Because that wouldn't load when I tried to open it up to check stuff that morning. And so I think it was, I kind of think it was trying to find something there, but I don't know. I don't have time to look into the issue. You built them as a hobby? Nice. People just ask me what to do, and I'm like, BRB, and give them a parts list. Nice. Do you want my specs list? There's my specs. So the top one is my current PC. The bottom one is not finished. I can't find a lot of the parts on my old one, but you can look at it there. And maybe tell me why I still have random crashes. Because as far as I know, I used really high-end parts, and I shouldn't be having any issues. Do you hear that, PC? Should have no issues. I literally dropped so much money so that I wouldn't have issues. And I've been having so many issues. It's like the touchiest, most delicate piece of hardware. There might be, but I've asked a bunch of people and they've said it should all be compatible. I don't know. And I mean, PC Parts Picker is pretty good at telling you about compatibility, like basic compatibility issues. It shouldn't have any of that. I honestly think it's a software problem instead of a hardware problem. I think I just have some software that's causing problems. It is an AMD, so that could be why. But I don't know. I've heard a lot of the NVIDIA stuff lately has not made me super confident about. I think my old PC was an NVIDIA. Well, actually, no, that was an AMD as well, and it's been fine. I don't know. I could have gotten a lemon, too. I think lemons are still a thing. I know that's more of like a bad car term, but I think you can get a lemon PC part. It's possible. Yeah. For a second, I thought my RAM might be just bad RAM. But I actually just turned off XMP and that solved my crashing issue that I was having before. So I haven't really had very many crashes since I did that. So I'm thinking that was most of the issue. But I kind of wonder about the RAM that I used might be slightly incompatible with my graphics card, possibly. I mean, it is compatible, but it's maybe just not like ideal. Because I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to focus on drawing this dang back leg. Back legs are the bane of my existence. Compatible with the motherboard, yes, that. See, that's why I said I'm not like the least tech savvy, but I'm not like up here. I'm just like just enough to plug and play my PC parts together. Like just enough to not tune out entirely when people tell me what I need to do. But yeah, if anyone wants to check out my specs and diagnose stuff, feel free. There's my specs. The top link, not the bottom link. I can't find all the parts for my old PC, so it's not really complete in there. Yeah, also, hi Ninja Gloppy, welcome in. Thanks for popping in the chat. You never got into it and had people look, and to get 11, you need a new motherboard. So you just have old, out-of-date parts, yeah. But the time I get all this stuff, it would probably be cheaper to get a hold of it. It might be time to just get a new PC, Dan, yeah. That sounds like that's probably the problem. Oh, no worries, no worries. I'm not trying to force anybody to look at my specs, but if anyone is interested, there's a specs command you can type, and you can see the specs of the PC I'm using in my studio. I mean, I kind of wonder, like I do have 3 monitors, and so I wonder possibly if it's just like a slight overload. It shouldn't be, because this thing is supposedly able to run up to 4, and it should be fine. And the monitors I'm using, 2 of them are extremely old. One of them is the Cintiq, which is a drawing tablet. The other one is a very, very old Dell that can't even go past 60 FPS. Like, it's definitely not like a 2 or 4K monitor. I do have one really high resolution monitor, but the other 2 are super old. I don't know. So that's the other thing that I thought it could be, is that it's just struggling to keep up, maybe, the graphics card, but... No, you don't have to do that, Central Arts. Yeah, Dan the BC Man, it might just be time. You can get pretty cheap laptops, too, if you want your PC for certain things and it's working for those things, but you just want something you can browse the internet on. You can get, like, a really nice laptop that has, like, 16 gigs of RAM and, like, enough to, like, get you through basics for, like, $500. Like, I mean, not that that's, like, cheap, but it's a lot cheaper than a PC. Like, a good PC is going to run you more than that. Might be incompatible or something that doesn't get flagged. It's possible. It's possible. Like I said, ever since I turned off XMP, because I had enabled XMP just in case I was going to stream, like in case I wanted to get into like ZBrush or Sculptress or something on stream. I wanted something that could handle like video, like high video card usage while streaming. Just like be able to handle that processing. I've got 32 gigs of RAM, so I have plenty of RAM. I mean, I guess I could get more, but it's never gone above like, I feel like on average it's using like maybe a third of that. So I think the XMP was causing some issues, which I've heard is like a thing that happens sometimes with RAM sticks. So I turned that off, and I haven't had any crashes while streaming since then, which is really my bigger concern, is the while streaming crashes. Sorry about that, I don't know why. Oh, I see. A little typo there. That's okay. Yeah, no worries, Dan the BC Man. Good luck with your tech problems. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you can get them sorted. Hopefully you can find a new PC soon. Have a good rest of your day, though. Gonna steal my RAM? Oh no! But I need it. I need it, though. You did miss it this time through Pioneer. I can read it to you if you'd like. My first one was, I was grateful that I didn't get caught in a tornado or big hail while I was driving to the Springs yesterday. Because I got caught in a little hailstorm, and there was a tornado nearby, but it wasn't by me. And then today, I'm grateful that so far the partner push is going well, thanks to the community on Twitch. So I appreciate you. Two sets of... Nope, I have two 16 gig sticks. Ninja Gloppy. Is it better to have four 8 gigs? My understanding is I thought it was better to have the two bigger sticks and then skip a slot, so that's what I did. And I've tried rotating the slots that they're on too, and it doesn't seem to affect anything there. I think it was the XMP that I had enabled in the BIOS Ninja. 2 is better than 4. That's what I thought. Yeah, I was like, no, I went for the yeah. That shows 16 G. Yeah. Maybe, well, so I have 32 gigs of RAM. I'm not sure what I need to look at the parts picker, but it should say 2 16 sticks. Like, it was a set of two 16s, I think, or so that's what it's supposed to be. You have an art question. You've been struggling doing chicken scratch and struggle... okay, hold on. You have been struggling doing chicken scratch and struggle doing confident longer lines. Yeah, I mean, so just practicing drawing shapes, honestly. We have some people who do a lot of just like basic box studies and like form studies. So yeah, definitely like practice just drawing, like, honestly, just like practice drawing cylinders at different angles. Practice drawing boxes at different angles. Practice doing all the things. Like, just, even though this doesn't sound like the most fun, I probably need to do more of this because I haven't just sat and drawn boxes of different sizes and shapes in a while. It's a good visual practice to kind of like, these are terrible, but it's a good practice to try and get your brain and your mind used to thinking in dimension and used to thinking in shape. So just sitting and doing that. There's this website called Draw a Box that also talks a lot about like efficiency of line and types of mark making, and kind of walks you through like the foundational. Thank you, Lithium. Man, you had that ready. The foundational process of art making. Like, if you want to just start at the beginning and gain more confidence in your line making and in your observation eye, and just like practice those foundational types of things, I highly recommend just following along with Drawbox starting on day 1. And feel free to share your progress in the art gym too. I'm having a lot of trouble, speaking of, with the proportions and angles on these. Let's see. Getting your brain thinking. I know. Am I trying to kill you? Possibly. Kill you with art love, of course. Not actual death. Death of lethargic brain matter. And the instigation of creative thinking. Definitely no, not trying to kill you. But in all seriousness, I really do actually think that's part of why picking up drawing as a hobby, even if you're not trying to like do anything with it, if you just want something creative to get your mind thinking about, really what you're doing is you're training your observation eye, and I really don't think that there's a downside to that for any human, no matter what you do for your life to make your living, or just existing. Like, it's going to make you more observant, it's going to make you ask more questions, and it gets you doing creative problem solving. That's really what art is. It's training the creative problem solving side of your brain. And though, of course, a little bit of hand-eye coordination too, but for the most part, it's really helpful with creative thinking skills. And I don't think that's bad for any human. I think that actually helps our brains stay active, especially as we age. So, something to think about. And get your brain thinking about. Always recommend people picking up an art skill. Very helpful in building confidence, even if they feel like, yes. So it's not going to be a ton of fun. Like Lithium is saying, Drawbox is like an art workout, truly. But we do have people who are working through Drawbox and they're sharing their progress as they go through those steps. You can absolutely share that in the art gym and let us know that that's what you're doing. We would love to, we would absolutely love to encourage that. I probably need to go through Drawbox. I've never actually, as much as I talk about it, I've never actually done it. I've looked at a few of them. I've never actually sat down and like done a whole Drawbox session, I think. I just know that it looks great. And it feels like it would work, just based on what I've seen. So, alright, this is the most awkward giraffe I've ever drawn in my life, and I hate it, but that's okay. We're here to get the bad drawings out, folks. That's what this is all about. Drawbox is so dry that it will make many artists quit if they focus on it. I think it's definitely something to be done in stages. I think it's a very rare person who can just sit down and do all of Drawbox in a go. You know, like just have a week and just do that. Like I think it is dry. But it is also like that kind of exercise and that kind of practice that will help you develop your skill. Like it's basically like a crash course in developing hand-eye coordination and developing mark-making confidence and developing an ability to observe perspective and dimension. And I think it's a really good way to go. And it's a good thing to refresh on too if you haven't revisited that in a while. Like I was just saying, I probably need to. But yeah, it is dry. There's no mistaking it. That's why things like this are considered workouts. That's why I call them art gym workouts, because it's not the fun part. It's the very dry, very not fun foundational art building stuff. All right, I'm gonna give myself 5 minutes to slap some color on this giraffe, and then we are going to get into the art gym section, speaking of, and actually see what you guys have gotten up to today. Hey, Jason Fraley! It's good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. You've been drawing cylinders and boxes, and it's more fun if you make something you love out of it. For sure. Yeah, make you Mega Man with the boxes to help figure out perspective. That's a great way to do it. The reason Jason knows this, for those who don't know, is Jason's a fantastic artist who streams here on Twitch. And you guys should all go follow. Amazing sculptor. Highly recommend. How you doing, Jason? Thanks for dropping by. We are wrapping up our own study session here. I'm doing this thing we call the art gym, where you can study a session in the morning, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with me. Pick your own topic if you want, but today I'm doing giraffes because it's World Giraffe Day on Saturday. I'm going to slap some color on this, and then we're going to get into the Discord and look at what everybody else has been doing. But yeah, go hang out with Jason Fraley, everybody. You just finished your 250 boxes? Congratulations, Artie. That's impressive. I don't know if I actually know anybody who's actually done all the boxes. I know people who've done like 150 or even 200, and they're like, you know what, I'm good. I'm going to move to the next step. So congratulations on actually getting that done. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy task, but it is going to help you with your confidence. Making sure you have a solid sketch first is great, and that's true. Turning on a stabilizer if you're working digitally can help with just a shaky hand, for sure. Plan on doing Drawbox once you get your new computer and your art tablet working. Hey, you can always do it in a sketchbook too. Don't let it stop you. The fan art part came first and the boxes came second. That's okay though. I think, Jason, that's really common for a lot of people. We did a little like raise your hand if you started being interested in art because of fan art poll the other day, and we had quite a few hands in chat. Yeah, fan art from animation or comics or, you know, anything like that. There's plenty of us that's what triggered it. Oh, thanks, Pyro. Everyone follow everyone, it's true. Exactly, see? This is why I say that. Yeah, hopefully I'm gonna make some Art Gem stickers. I applied for TwitchCon, so I'm hoping I can get in, and if I do, I'd like to have some stickers to hand out to people. I was thinking if I make it into TwitchCon, then I might do like a little interactive activity at my booth, and actually like have like a challenge of like, hey, go draw something you see at TwitchCon, or draw a cosplayer, or draw, maybe I'll pick an object. What is it they call it? The big PogChamp mouth? I might say go draw PogChamp. Come back and show me PogChamp, and I will give you an Art Gem sticker. Like that kind of thing. And I'm thinking it'll be something like just little chibi me, like, you know, like deadlifting a paintbrush or something, you know, like, and just having a sweatband and being like, it's hard, and like sweating. But yeah, something like that in like workout clothes. Anyway, but I might do something with it that says like no pain, no gain or something. Like if anyone has like fun workout phrases you want to submit, I might do a couple versions of this. But I'm thinking something like that. It's not supposed to be armpit hair. It was supposed to be sweat. Hold on. That's supposed to be sweat. Because I was sweating. I mean, listen, some people let their arm hair fly free, and that's fine. It's supposed to be sweat, not armpit hair. Anyway, you get the idea. But I have like no pain, no gain, and there were some others that people actually gave me the other day that I wrote down. Why is my eraser button not working? What the heck? Why are you like this today, Krita? Some days Krita just decides to be a butt face. Pardon my French. Okay, alright, anyway. Let's see. I'd not be surprised if even most people had a fan art stage in their art development. Listen, I mean, for sure, I think most people do. There's definitely a lot of artists that I know personally that, I mean, they've made their career actually out of drawing fan art, and that's how they got hired. That's how they got found, you know? You started speaking French on your stream and your whole computer shut off. What? Wait. And we're saying these are related incidences. Your computer is xenophobic. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's Japanese. Sorry. Too much. I have some friends that have gone to Japan recently. I think Japan's pretty famously xenophobic though. Like, I don't think that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, watch. I'm about to get canceled now. Just watch. This is it. This is the last time you'll see me. The online mafia is gonna come like bust through my window. And I'll be gone. I'm gonna be gone now. This is it. This is it for me, guys. I'm so afraid to say anything on the internet. It's so hard. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's why I was like, I have some friends that have traveled there pretty frequently, and everyone seems to be pretty aware of it. You'll be canceled by Japan. That's true. I will be canceled by Japan. I don't want to be canceled by Japan. Okay, there we go. Save. I actually did not color this this giraffe. I'm sad. But I'm going to be back online in like 3.5 hours. So I don't want this stream to go on too long. We'll just slap a little color. I like to do color studies. I feel like I haven't been doing a lot of them. I've been really line heavy on a lot of these studies, and I really want to do more color. think art gym is going to help me fix my sleep schedule. Really? Are we getting you up early to make you tired so you go to bed early? That's good. Can you tell my sleep schedule to get with the program, please? That'd be great. Because my sleep schedule has not been fixed. I actually thought the same thing. I was like, hey, I would like to go to bed earlier. This giraffe has no eyes. Don't worry, I'll paint them in. You're right. The giraffe does have no eyes. I was focusing on these dang legs. There's like this tangle of legs happening at the bottom that were extremely confusing to figure out. I'm just gonna like quickly brush in some of these highlights and point out these muscles to myself. Some really nice bounce light happening from the sunlight hitting the sand too. It's really lovely colors in this image, but I don't have time to play with them too much today. All right, we're going to look at the images you guys have submitted. So if anybody has art that they have not yet put into the art gym section of the Discord, feel free to do so now. Or you can post it as a reply to my Blue Sky post, !Blue Sky, if you need that. That way you don't feel like you have to join a Discord to participate, or you could just drop a link in the chat as long as it's work safe. So there's a few ways you can participate. No worries about which option. I will try to check everything out and not miss everything, but probably the easiest place is going to be Discord. But again, I understand if you don't want to join a Discord. I myself am completely capped on Discords, you guys. I cannot join any more until I remove myself from some. I've been barred from joining more Discords by Discord itself. So unfortunately, I understand. And that's why I always try to say, like, hey, no pressure. I get it. Like, everybody has a Discord. I don't want you to feel like you have to be in mine. So feel free to join and leave also. Like, I'm not going to be offended. And don't feel like you have to apologize or even say anything. It's fine. I understand. I understand completely. But yeah, if you want to join just to participate and then exit, that's fine too. But either way, we are going to be looking at your studies that you guys have been doing in about 4 minutes. So I'm just kind of quickly painting in some spots here and some eyes, and then we're going to look at some other studies by other folks other than myself. Let's see. Finally made it. Mia! Oh my gosh, Mia Pet! It's so good to see you! Thanks for popping in. Oh my gosh, you guys, everybody please do me a favor. Please do me a favor. Please. If that's the only favor I'm really gonna... Well, okay, other than the push. Okay, please do me the second favor other than lurking. Can you guys go follow Mia Pet, please? Please go follow the Mia Pet. Mia is an incredible artist. Incredible artist. Is working on a comic that I love. I love Mia's style. Mia is also a true professional. Manages to do amazing art and have kids running around and doing all the things. And I hope one day to see Mia able to stream more regularly. I know, Mia, you stream like when you can, but it is very intermittent right now. But you guys, you will not regret following Mia Pet. I promise you that. So please go follow Mia. Incredible artist and a good friend. Mia, I hope you're well. Thanks for popping in. I hope it's okay that I just put you on blast. But I love seeing you on Twitch, and it's would love to help people find your awesome art and support you. Hey, Shark Geek, how are you doing? Your PC's kaput. Oh no! I bet. Well, good luck getting the PC fixed. Let us know if we can help at all. We have a bunch of PC builders actually in the community right now. So if you have any issues, I'm sure you know plenty, and so does your husband. But you know, if you want to, feel free to post anything you'd like in the Discord. So Jack Lantern Art asks, sorry if this is too personal, you don't have to answer, but you've been really pushing yourself these past couple of weeks, which is not my normal. Do you have any system or plans in place to combat the burnout or stress? It's a very important question. Especially if your sleep hygiene is suffering. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Well, currently, my very unhealthy coping mechanism is these energy teas, which is not something I recommend. I think I don't have a good work-life balance and have not for some time. I have been trying to fix my sleep schedule for a while. It's really hard. So, I'm at a stage right now where it feels like for the first time in almost a decade of trying to get into the industry after leaving my teaching career, it feels like for the first time since I've attempted this, that it's finally starting to go somewhere. And so I feel like right now is not the time to pull back, unfortunately. But that does mean I am getting less sleep. And I am trying to find places to work that in more. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's hard because, like I was saying earlier, it's hard because I have a day job. So for those who don't know, my schedule is pretty packed. It's Monday through Wednesday in the studio, and then Thursday through Saturday at my day job. And that's pretty much wash, rinse, repeat for the last 6 years. And in the past, when I haven't been pushing as hard to like make stuff happen, or if I've just been, drawing without streaming, which I did for years and years and years and super regret now, obviously, I was able to have a better work-life balance. But because I'm really trying to like meet other artists and get my work in front of agents and art directors and just kind of like get involved in the online art community, especially, it just takes time. Like social media, I like to say, is my third job. So I really work 3 jobs. It's not easy working for yourself. Everyone knows this. And sometimes there are just times when you have to sacrifice some things, but my long-term, so you said, do I have some kind of like a plan? My long-term plan is like that I will eventually quit my day job. It's just kind of figuring out where the stress point of that is, and like figuring out my budget with like what I need to be able to say that I make, like with my art stuff. So between like passive income on Patreon or Twitch, that's what I would consider passive income. Just from like ad revenue from like people watching and like people who are generous enough to sub or toss bits or something. And then active revenue, which would be like commission work, which I have not started taking yet. I might start taking client work again this fall. I actually have somebody I need to email. I just remembered. Somebody I do want to work with. I'm going to write that down. I very rarely take client work right now because I'm just so busy. But let's see. Sorry, this conversation just reminded me I need to reach out to someone. Putting a star by this. Okay. But yeah, I'm hoping this fall I'll be able to have a better idea of whether or not I'm able to go full-time or not. I'm kind of hoping that I can, because I really do want to put everything into this. The problem is, like, there's a risk there, right? I'm going to color while I do this. I don't want people to think I'm just chatting, even though I do a lot of that. I mean, there's a risk to everything, but like right now my day job is paying for my health insurance. That's the main thing keeping me at my day job. It's a minimum wage job. It doesn't pay a lot. Like the last few months I've made more outside of my day job than I have at my day job. But it does help still. Like it helps cover bills and it helps pay rent and stuff. Unfortunately, I found out yesterday that some of my cost of living is actually increasing, most likely in August. And so I'm trying to figure out what is... It just increases that threshold before I can quit my day job, basically. So... yeah, I don't know. But we'll see where things go. After, like I said, after whatever conventions I get into this year, and after kind of all the partner push hype dies down, I'll kind of see where I'm at, see if I'm able to take commissions, and what kind of work flow feels good for that. But yeah, basically, yeah, I don't want my body to take a break for me. Yeah, I do try really hard. Like, I do rest on Sundays. Like, Sunday is my day off, and I do not do anything on a to-do list on Sunday. So that's my rule. I don't even do errands or chores or anything. Like, Sunday is a complete and total day off, and that is very much intentional. It's like so I can recharge or connect with myself, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and like really kind of refocus for the week ahead, and just like not be doing something task oriented. And I really need that because I work so much. So I guess if I have a plan, Jack, I guess if that counts, that's kind of my plan for right now. But yeah, sorry, that was kind of a long answer to your question. I appreciate your concern. It's very thoughtful of you. Yeah, I am burning the midnight oil a little more than I'd like to. Last year I was really bad. Last year I was regularly working in the studio until like 1 or 2 in the morning. I'm not that bad yet, so I have scaled that back. My next step is to get back to going to the gym regularly and working out regularly, because I think that will also help with my sleep hygiene. because I think part of my issue is I just have so much going on, my brain can't shut down because I'm trying to balance so many things. And so I'm hoping if I can start working out again regularly. I mean, I do body weight workouts and stuff sometimes, but I'm not really consistent with it. I really do need to, like, accountability. Accountability is helpful for me in all things, guys. It turns out I am somebody who works better with accountability. So I'm trying to work on doing like more gym stuff soon. And just like physically being at a gym, I think is really helpful. Much in the same way that I do better when I have a physical studio like this to go to rather than working out of my home. I'm hoping that I won't be like lose that anytime soon. Again, I have to rebalance some things with increased cost of living potentially happening soon, kind of unexpectedly. So, but thankfully I don't pay much for this studio space, and my Patreon covers it for the most part. So. Thanks again to anybody who's a patron. Basically, that's what you're paying for is my studio, so I appreciate you. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted as I find out things about what my situation is, but I appreciate the concern. It's valid. You do have to take care of your body, because if you don't, like, the last thing I want, right, is to like break down in the middle of like all these things happening for me potentially that are really positive for my career that I've been working for a long time. So I do need to be more intentional about rest during the week, not just on Sundays. But I'm trying to do what I can. I think I probably also developed some really bad habits while teaching. Like, you just get so busy and you're constantly working when you're a teacher. I think I'm just like, it kind of trained me for this in a way. It's like I just never stop. But that's also not healthy, and that's part of why I quit teaching. So, okay, I've colored my little guy. He's very colored now. Has an eyeball. For all those concerned, don't worry, there's an eyeball now. We are gonna go look at what you guys were drawing. Sorry, I'm also really behind in chat. I just realized my chat paused that whole time. What's happening? Oh my gosh, we did it. Let's check. Yes, might take a turbo nap. Yeah. I want you to be able to enjoy the things. Yeah, I'm trying. Thank you, Jack. Yeah. You keep lazy Sundays sacred. Oh yeah, no, Sunday is absolutely sacred for me. I've done that since 2014. I actually started doing that when I was a teacher. I highly recommend it for the workaholics out there. If you're an artist, you're probably a workaholic because you just have to be. If you can find a place in your schedule to take it doesn't have to be on the weekend. Like, we always have crazy schedules as freelancers, but like, pick a day. Doesn't matter what day, but like a whole 24 hours. I highly recommend my rule is nothing that I would put on a to-do list can be done on this day. And I'm very strict about it. Like, it is a rule. I do not run errands. I do not, like, you guys, seriously, like, I won't even like put laundry away if it's already done. Like, it will stay in the basket until Monday. It'll be okay. And part of it is a practice of like making your brain realize that it will be okay if you don't do everything right that second, because it is a bad habit you get into. And it has really helped me. I started doing it while I was challenged to do it while I was teaching, because somebody who cared about me noticed that I was overworking. Surprise, teachers overwork. And I applied it in 2014, I think, is when I started doing that, and I've been doing it ever since. So, let's see. You would commission. Oh, no worries. No. I understand. I appreciate that. Do I offer sculpted pieces for commission? I do. I mean, I don't take sculpting commissions very often. I've made an exception one time for a sculpting commission, but it has to be very simple because, like, for example, a sculpture like this, I would not be comfortable shipping, right? Like, this has too many spines and spikes and stuff on it to be safe in the mail. But like the Parasaurolophus that I shipped out for a member of the community that bought it on Ko-fi, that I can ship because it didn't have any like breakable parts, right? And if anybody wants to like this one might go on Ko-fi next. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put this one up for sale on Ko-fi. I'm a little concerned about this tail, but I think if I put like enough things in between it so it can't move around and like really wrap it well and just give instructions to the person who buys it to like, hey, unwrap this really carefully, I think it'll be okay because it's actually got a wire inside of it, so it's pretty stable. This is the only part of this sculpture that I worry though that would break in shipping, so I haven't decided if I'm willing to risk that yet, unfortunately. But the vaquita sculpture, see how there's not like a ton that can break here? I can very easily pack and wrap these fins because they're close to the body and they're pretty wide, and I don't think that would break. in shipping. So I just have to be really specific about the types of sculptures I will do, but doing them on commission, I haven't figured out a way to do that yet. Once I transition to cosplay, like these are all Sculpey, cosplay would be different. Cosplay is slightly flexible, even after baking, and so that I would feel more comfortable shipping, just because it's easier to ship an original sculpture without it breaking. I'm actually asleep right now. I'm sleep streaming. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I'm really behind. I'm so sorry. Did I miss something? Wait, did somebody sub? Wait, what's going on? Did my sub alert not go off? I'm confused. I don't know why that happened. Let's see. Does the art gym have to be a giraffe? No. It can be anything else. As long as it's from observation. I'm skimming chat because I think that I missed some stuff. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Shark Geek. Oh, it's a delayed thank you. Oh, well, thank you for coming in and saying thanks anyway, Kudo. It's very nice of you. No judgment. I don't know. Oh, no, I appreciate that. You're great. You're fine. Thank you for the concern. Does the cost of things need to not keep increasing? Yeah, no. Once I have more information about what's going on, I'll let you guys know, but I won't know for sure the dates and times on things for another month, probably. Exceeding the day job income with the other source is a great achievement. No, it's incredible, but I also kind of think it's not gonna be sustainable. Like, I don't expect that to keep happening. I think people have just been really generous with the push, which is awesome, but I have no expectation of people like subbing or doing anything here. Sorry I'm so behind. Hold on. Scrolling. Lazy Sunday, exactly, Scully. A stream of working out? No, nope. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. The most I will do is maybe a lift redeem someday, where I have like a little animation of myself on screen that does like jumping jacks, but I will not work out on screen. No. How is it taking you this long to see my little? Oh, you mean this little guy? This little guy right here? How do I isolate him? I forget. Where is he? The popcorn griffin. Here he is. You mean this guy? I'll make him bigger for you so you can see him. This is the unofficial stream mascot. His name is Reese. He's the little griffin character who's in all the emotes. This is actually the popcorn emote, if you have the popcorn emote. I don't remember how big he was. We're just going to put him right here. It's an old griffin character. I actually made a comic out of that character a couple years ago and pitched it to agents. Nothing came of it, but did okay in like a contest. Do nothing blocks. Those are good too. Yeah, it's hard. Taking a whole day off feels irresponsible for the first like year that you do it, especially if you're used to working 7 days a week like I was. Oh, no worries, you're fine, Kudo. Okay, I think I'm at the bottom of the chat. Sorry about that. Okay. You hope you can find the resource and support to help you get to the point? Yeah, it'd be nice. Nobody ever got happier sitting around waiting to get happier. No, I agree. And I'm definitely not unhappy. I'm just busy, and there's not really a way that I have out of being busy right now because I'm trying to make ends meet and I'm trying to launch a career. And so unfortunately, I think I'm just like in the crunch time right now because things are finally starting to seem like they might be going somewhere, and terrifying. and I'm terrified. All right, let's get into the Discord on that note. How dare you, Marcus, increase the bottom of chat. Okay, I did the Komodo. Oh, we didn't do the positive news. Let's do the art gym and then we'll look at the positive news. I'm sorry, I missed that one. Let's go into the art gym. So last call if you... Oh no, you're good, Miss Art Rules. Oh, you were talking to Amaze. Yes. No, please. We are constantly trying to talk to Amaze about these things. Thank you for caring about Amaze enough to say something. Let's see. Last call in the Discord if you want to participate in the art gym. I'm gonna check the Blue Sky post really fast and just make sure I'm not missing a comment about any giraffes. I don't see anything. Okay, let's go into the art gym section of the Discord. And I'm going to scroll really fast and make sure there's anything not work safe. Everything looks great. Thank you guys for your help with that. I'm trying really hard not to get a ding against my account while pushing for partner and applying for TwitchCon. So thank you all for helping keep this place safe. So if you go into the Discord, if you go to the stream events section, it's at the top. Just pretend the admin stuff's not there. Stream events, go to the art gym, and you will see the place to post. We're going to post everything, or look at everything that is below the post that I made yesterday. So this is kind of like my line in the sand when I post my study so that I know where to start looking the following gym day. So first up we have Rao. Buff guys are difficult. Oh goodness. Yeah, it's doing different body types is really, really helpful because you realize like people have different proportions. Like their legs are not the same length. Like their muscles are not exactly the same shape. Their fingers and hands are not exactly the same shapes. You can notice like the trap attachments aren't in the same places necessarily, or they're creating a different shape based on muscle tone and just basic body structure. And so it's helpful to look at different body types for that reason. But yeah, it's tough to do, but I think you handled it really well. Well, I don't know if you're still in chat, but well done here. This looks fantastic. And for anyone just popping in, we are in the show and tell piece of the art gym. So thank you so much for hanging out and supporting some artists. If you are a streamer of any kind and you participate in the art gym, just let us know so that we can shout you out. But no worries. No worries. If you're not, we still would love to see your work. Oops, I lost. Where did chat go? Help. I clicked the wrong thing. Do-dee-dee-da-da-da-dee. Okay, there you are, guys. Okay, I found you. Sorry, chat. I lost you for a second. But yeah, Route, this looks great. Thank you so much for sharing. I think you did a fantastic job with the muscle tone and the values, and I really like all these under drawings that I see, like the structure. I see that you're looking for those big shapes first to kind of map out where everything goes before you launch into detail. That's always a good job. I mean, always a good idea is what I was trying to say, so that you can do a good job. So well done. These look great. Lovely job with the variety of body shape there. Fantastic study. And over here, we have one from Old Blue Bones, aka I'm pretty sure Jack in chat. Art Gym Day 5. 20-second gestures. Hey! No, we love to see it. We love to see it. These are fantastic gestures. Yeah. These are lovely. You did these in 20 seconds? You got a lot laid down in 20 seconds. Impressive. Really nice like action lines, really nice loose shapes. I can tell you're really looking at the body shapes and just very quickly sketching and letting your hand basically making visual notes about what you're seeing. These are excellent structures. You did a great job with these. Well done. Very impressive. Gesture drawing is your comfort zone? I can see that. Yeah, gesture drawing is very fun. I also really enjoy gesture drawing. Lovely, lovely. It's a really good way to kind of get familiar with proportion. So just like quickly letting the lines go, like focusing on shapes and just letting the lines do what they will. Yeah, no worries. I think you can never go wrong with doing gesture studies, honestly. And again, you don't have to do the topic I choose. I just choose topics that I think I need to work on or that I've never done before, that it might be fun. But if that doesn't speak to you, feel free to do anything else, chat. Like, don't ever feel like you have to do the type of gesture or study that I'm doing. Here we have some from Clem, some more shapes. So somebody in chat, I can't remember who, somebody was asking about how to get better at mark making and thinking about like moving from chicken scratch to like shape. I don't remember who that was, but this is the kind of studying that I was talking about doing. So like breaking down the form into boxes and excuse me, a little hiccup there. Not even just boxes, but like cylinders, like looking at like the thigh looks like a cylinder. So you can see that they did the same pose here. But twice and with different focuses and like making those shapes, like basically your shapes are going to take the place of like sections or segments of the body. So you kind of want to break it down like Clem did here into like, you know, like, like the hip and the torso would not be one big rectangle, right? Because they can rotate. See how the hip is in a different place than the rib cage? That's because that's how our bodies work. And so if you want to actually learn how to like structure something and think three-dimensionally, you got to kind of think about where they would be moving independently of each other and try to draw what shape you see in that space. And if you don't know enough about the anatomy to do that, look at a skeleton. You can find posable skeletons online I actually have a bunch in my reference folder there on Pinterest, !ref if you ever need that, chat. But there's a few rotatable 3-dimensional skeletons that you can find on my figure drawing section in the humans board. So I have a humans section, and you click that, you'll see figure studies, and you'll see a couple of 3-dimensional rotatable skulls and skeletons. Highly recommend checking those out if you're not super familiar. You can actually pose them where you need them and then draw from that pose as well. It's a really good way to break it down. So breaking things down into like contour lines, thinking about, you see all these lines that are kind of showing the curvature of, that's what these are, by the way, is these lines are kind of artist notes, basically saying, okay, this would curve up and around, like this would curve up and around this way. And just trying to keep in mind that form, that shape. You have a cutaway right here on the thighs, which is interesting too. But these look fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing these, Clem. Inspiring as always, and it's always fun to be able to show people like the different ways you can do studies. Study does not mean copy the reference. So obviously there's some stuff in here that it's not like a physical copy of what was visually seen on the reference, but this is an example of Clem trying to understand what they're studying. And that's really the point of studies, right? That's like the whole purpose behind studies. So try that. I don't remember who it was that asked that, but hopefully you're still listening, and hopefully that was helpful. And thank you, Clem, for showing us how it's done. Hi, Ice Prophet. Welcome in. Pretty wild, yeah, for sure, but very cool. Yeah, it's really fun to see the to see like the cutaways too. Oh, this is a very nice action pose for a giraffe. Do we have a giraffe? We do have a giraffe emote, and thank you, Dan Chuck, for that follow. I appreciate that. Really, really nice job with this. Really good foreshortening here, Maze. Really good. Oh my gosh, look at the structure on these hind legs. You can even see a Maze breaking this down too into shapes as well, right where the joints would be. Starting to really grasp the anatomy of these very complex animals. Really good structure, Maze. This looks awesome. Good job with this study. Fantastic work. If you're not following Amaze, by the way, Amaze also streams. So if you're not following our wonderful mod, Amazing Fan 15, give him a follow. He does drawings, like character art, comic work, animation sometimes. So make sure you go follow him if you like any of those things. You're definitely not going to be disappointed. And you're going to have a good time over there. Maze does good stuff just like this. Fantastic study you've got here, Maze. It's been very cool watching you progress with animal anatomy, and you really come a long way. This looks awesome. I hope you can tell. I hope you can feel that in yourself. And thanks for getting the bad drawings out with me. Appreciate. Here's another IRL study with that mysterious blue shading from Rue. Fort Collins City Park. Oh my gosh, Rue, I love these animal studies. I love the leaf study. This is a very good example of nature journaling. If you've never done that before, just going and sitting out in nature and drawing and painting what you see, like small details instead of full plein air. Highly recommend nature journaling if you want to get better at observing detail and things around you. But Rue, I also just super love this scribble study of this like grove of trees by the river. This is super cool. Super, super cool. If you guys aren't following Yangularoo, another mod who streams, make sure you're clicking that follow button, that heart button, and giving Rue a follow. Rue does a ton of animation on stream, and almost, I would say most of the time is animating on stream. Also a fantastic draftswoman, and does great work all around. These are really good observational drawings of like the structure of the birds too. Are these cormorants? Or I know these are herons, probably. This one might be a cormorant, I'm not sure. They're really, really pretty. That's what I do know. And I know that Rue does great work. So make sure that you follow Rue. You love Foco? Oh, are you a Coloradian? I'm not sure what we actually say. These look so awesome. Looking to follow more drawing streamers. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm glad you came in. We're doing like a draw along right now. So we do this thing called the Art Gym, where we get together and we do like an art workout together. Like we do foundational practice or observational drawing from reference, and then we share at the end. So that's what you've popped into. But the people that I'm shouting out are all streamers as well. And a lot of them do art on stream. So if you're looking to follow more people like Yangularoo here, click Yangularoo's name. There's tons of artists in our community though. If anyone's interested in meeting more people in the community, we do have a Discord. Anyone who streams is welcome to post their stream in the stream share channel. And that way we can all find you. But Rue, this looks great. I love them. They are tree shadows. Rue. Oh my gosh, that's a reference to yesterday when I was like, how did you get this blue filter over everything? And then I slowly realized like, oh, these are just tree shadows casting a bluish shadow on the sketchbook. Yesterday they looked more like clouds, and I was like, how did you like overlay clouds on top of your So silly. I'm just a verbal processor, guys. Ignore me. But Rue does great work. Make sure you go follow Rue. Yeah, very nice work, right? You want to go back to FOCO in Denver sometime? You went many years ago on a visit that was tainted by drama. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, come on back. It's a great area. Did a tour. You have a niece heading to CSU. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds like fun. No, it's a great place. The mountains are beautiful. There's lots of outdoor adventures here. The weather is fantastic compared to most of the country, in my opinion. And I love it. I'm sure your niece will too. These are from Dracon. I've never been more confused by an animal skeleton until I realized what the parts were for. Well, there you go. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. That's the thing. You did a careful study trying to figure out how this thing is put together. It is a complex. Like any kind of an ungulate is really hard to draw, period. So like any kind of four-legged, like hooved animal, that's an ungulate. They're tough critters. Their anatomy is super interesting and complex, right? Like horses are notoriously tough to draw. But you applied yourself, you tried it. And here's the thing, now that you've done it once, I bet if you go back and do another study and try to figure out what you're looking at, maybe draw a skeleton from a different angle, or even try to redo the same one again. Every time you make another pass, you're probably going to find that you enjoy it and you feel better about it each time. Oh, I love that Dracon did this. Do you guys see this? See how Dracon took a skull and a head basically in the same pose and tried to like overlay what was going on in the skull, like in the skin based on the skull, which is great. That's actually perfect practice right there. That's what we should be thinking about when we're doing studies. We should be thinking like, I'm not trying to copy these implied lines here. What I'm trying to do is understand what I'm drawing. So Dracon, this is a fantastic example of how to make that happen. Yeah, perfect. I also love that you chose this like piebald giraffe picture. It's such a cool coloration, like mutation. But this looks great. Thank you so much for participating and for drawing along. Always good to see. Where's my giraffe? There we go. Back legs kept tricking you. Back legs are tough. Somebody is screaming outside. What is that? There's a whole lot of ruckus happening outside the studio right now. Yeah, you like the question mark? I think that's part of why it's helpful, right? Like the purpose of the art gym, for anybody who just got in here, what we're trying to do is we're just here to struggle together, right? We're just here to get the bad drawings out, myself included. Like, I don't want anyone to sit there thinking like I know stuff, I have some secret art news or art knowledge or some like magic silver bullet to be an artist. Like, nope, it's just this. It's just this. It's just sitting down and doing studies over and over, trying to figure out and understand what you're actually making. So just like what you see right here, that old Blue Bones was doing. Fantastic studies. I like that you really nailed the foreshortening in this one. Really nice gesture. I struggled. I'm glad I'm not the only one who struggled with this pose. Yeah, this was a tough one. I probably should have stopped and done a second pass, honestly. I struggled so long in this area, it probably would have been more beneficial for me to just pause and then do another one instead of trying to fix the one I was working on. That's a skill set that I struggle with. Like, knowing when to stop on a drawing or a painting is really important. But, you know, got through in the end, but it did take me longer than it probably would have if I just started a second one. But these look great. I think you did a great job with the gesture in both of these. A really good attention to detail, trying to kind of figure out what you're seeing, like, and why is the lip doing that? What's going on in the cheekbones? Like, great studies here, Old Blue Bones. We are about to be in an ad, so I'm going to take a short pause. We're going to stretch, and then we'll look at the rest of these. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. It's so hard. I was going to, but my brain is... I struggle with that too. I get you, Jack. No worries. The legs made me angry. I don't know if you saw me struggling, but I struggle with the same exact thing. But we're going to take a stretch break right now, so if you don't have a sub or turbo, don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. We're just going to pause. That's why we do it. And this is your once an hour reminder to stretch. So if you can hear the sound of my voice, I don't think the ads have quite started, but we're just going to stretch anyway. Also, make sure you hydrate too. I should already be done with this actually, so I need to hurry up on that. Having caffeine too late in the day also hurts my sleep schedule, so I need to finish this before, like, really I should have finished it an hour ago, but soon. So I'm going to arch my back and push my shoulder blades together and hold for like 20 to 45 seconds. This is a good posture stretch to unshrimp yourself. So you're basically going to take your hunched or shrimped posture, and arch your back, make a C shape, and then push those shoulder blades, like really flex the muscles. Focus on the muscles. Okay, you're gonna try and like pretend like you're trying to crush something between your shoulder blades. You really want to like force them to go as close as possible without giving yourself a Charlie horse or actually injuring yourself, right? You don't want to like pull a muscle, but you just basically want to keep them taut, right? You want to keep them flexed. So whatever it takes to do that for you, that's going to strengthen not just your shoulders, but also your back, those little tiny neck and back muscles that kind of help support and pull your shoulder blades together. This is a good one to kind of flex and activate all those tiny muscles and strengthen them so that over time, they kind of naturally pull your shoulders back into a more upright position. But we're overcorrecting right now, so you're not going to always be in this pose. Again, about 20 to 45 seconds, which I'm reaching the end of, so I'm going to unarch my back. Okay, so basically what this does is you go from like this to like an overcorrection and then relax. And that's going to straighten you up, which is helpful. I'm also going to do some carpal tunnel stretches. So we're going to do some wrist rotations. I'm going to do some rev the motorcycles, that's what I call them. Where you just like do this with your fists. It's very silly looking. You want to do like 10 in both directions. You can also rotate a few times. But I'm going to take my hand and do my favorite carpal tunnel stretch, which is to take my hand and point it at the ground. Take my other hand and gently pull toward my body, and getting my thumb in there too if I'm able to. And that's really going to help as well. And basically what this does is it stretches out those tendons. You want to stretch again for about 20 to 45 seconds on each hand. If this hurts, like super, super sharp, don't do it. It should just be like a flex sort of a stretch. Or like a little bit of an ache, but not like a sharp pain ache. Like a muscle stretch. And it will help with your tendons, your muscles, in your hands and your wrists, and a little bit in your forearm. And I'm going to rotate a couple times, loosen that up, and then do it with the other hand. Same thing. Point your fingers at the ground, take your other hand, gently pull your fingers and thumb toward your body. Very helpful for the carpal tunnel. Or preventing the carpal tunnel, which I'm trying to do. I do not, as I know of yet anyway, have carpal tunnel, but it is a very, very common injury in artists and gamers and writers, anyone who's working with their hands, doing small repetitive motions on your phone a lot. There's a lot of teenagers, actually, and early 20s people getting carpal tunnel these days because we are just on our phones so often and doing a lot of like small, minute movements with our hands in the modern world. So don't think you're immune just because you're young. Definitely do these two as often as you can. If you're starting to get numbness or tingling in any of your fingers, that is an early sign of carpal tunnel. So you might want to start doing some of those stretches regularly. I try to do them once an hour. And that will help. Okay, I think we're out of ads. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Repetitive, yep, exactly. Repetitive injury, very common. 100% says Graham, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I figured it was repetitive something injury, but I wasn't sure if it was motion or something else. Anyway, we're out of ads. Let's get back to it. Thank you, Old Blue Bones, for sharing. Let's move on to Suntroa. Suntroa is a streamer here on Twitch, and so we will get you a shout out here in just a second. Let me find my giraffe. Where's my giraffe? There it is. Guys, look at these studies that Suntroa did. Suntroa is an art streamer. If you're looking for more art streamers to follow, fantastic artist. Does really great character art. And it's very fun to see you ply your hand, or try your hand, if you will. I almost said ply your trade. Here at some animals. These are great studies. Really nice job breaking down the shapes here. Really like those. I really love the shape of giraffes. Like anything that has like a hunched back, like those really strong withers like that. I just love that aesthetic. It's such a fun shape to put into a creature, and you really nailed it right here. Lovely job with both of these. Really good job on the shadows, like getting those blues in the shadows. Really good touch. But there's Suntroa Arts. If you aren't following, make sure you click that heart. Suntroa just streamed, I think, I was on kind of a break, but I think streamed yesterday. I missed it, unfortunately, because I was driving in a hailstorm, trying to go visit my friend. But hopefully I'll catch the next one, Suntroa, and I hope it went well. And thanks for sharing and drawing along. Really, really great. Man, you can just tell there's some really good shape language in the face here. Like you're clearly very used to defining shapes in a face. Like just the proficiency here, even though it's an animal face. I'm definitely feeling some of your character art, like stylization coming through, which is great. And the foreshortening on this ear, fantastic. Lovely stuff. Thank you for sharing. Well done. And we have this one from Miss Art Rules. Let me find where's my giraffe? There he is. Little giraffe. Very cute little giraffe study here. Thank you for sharing, Miss Art Rules. Always love to see some stuff in watercolor. Let's see. Making sure nothing is... there we go. Perfect. Let's see. There we are. So, Miss Art Rules, this looks great. Thank you so much for sharing. I love seeing your stuff in watercolor, like I said. Always a good time. And, very inspiring stuff. Very cute. And then we have community time. Community time in the chat, I think might be lurking. But here's the study, and it's always helpful to see the reference. You don't have to provide the reference, but it does help us to know kind of what you're, like, where you're coming from, like what you're looking at, so we can tell like where you stylized or what choices you made or how you chose to interpret the reference and how you chose to learn from the reference. Very helpful. Yeah, but this looks really great. I see it looks like some traditional media work potentially, if I'm not mistaken. So very, very cool. Let's see. Where is my chat? I keep losing my chat. There we go. I feel like someone cut the neck off at the base, scooted it back on the body about 8 inches, and sewed it back on. A little bit. Yeah, I can see where you're getting that, for sure. Yeah, for sure. You're here. Okay, there you are. Yeah, and it was fun to try and paint this today, too. It is watercolor as well. We got a couple of watercolor. Nice, nice. I love this. You're all good, Jack, yeah. You don't have to, but it's extra credit from the team. It's not extra credit. It's more about, like, just being able to see, because every artist is going to interpret the reference differently. Like, community time is going to make some decisions here that I wouldn't have made, but that I might find interesting and inspiring. And so the whole point is to inspire us all to do more observational study, to draw or create from reference. For the most part, I would say we're like drawing and painting here. I don't know if we've had a few people, I think, sculpt from reference before, but the whole purpose of the art gym is to learn, right? So if the purpose of the thing you're doing is to learn and not to copy, basically, or to learn or to study, I should say, rather, because sometimes copying is like a step you have to go through. So I don't want to make anyone feel like, oh, like I drew from reference, but it looks more like copy, so I'm not going to share. Like, that's okay. Like, we're all in different stages of that journey, but the whole purpose is supposed to be to learn. So if that was the purpose of the drawing, then it counts, as a study. If it's like a finished piece where the purpose of it was to like have like a finished painting at the end, that would probably belong more in art gym, but these are clearly studies, and I think you guys are doing a great job. Lovely, lovely stuff. Thank you so much for sharing. I like the way that you did the different, like, the fading of the, like, especially the fading of the spots right here. That feels like it has to be really hard to do in watercolor. Watercolor just eludes me, I feel like. Here we have Artie Gobb, doing a lovely skeletal study first of a giraffe, and then applying that understanding of proportion and anatomy to the painting study. We have a lot of watercolor today. Very cool. Very, very cool. This looks great. All the watercolor artists showed up today. You guys are making me want to do some watercolor painting. Lovely stuff, Artie. Thank you so much for dropping by and sharing your study. I like the way that you did the texturing on the spots, like clearly not trying to copy the spots, but like visual note taking about the spots. Very nicely done. Giraffe, says Dally. Very nice giraffe. I like it. Nice job with the lighting, like studying the lighting. Of course, Dally is like a very proficient studier of references, and you can tell right away looking at this that this is not Dally's first rodeo. But lovely stuff. I know you don't normally do creature portraits. You normally do people. So we'll make sure. I know Dally is a streamer. Rated in earlier, actually. So thank you for rating and studying with us, Dally. That's very nice of you. Thanks for hanging out. These look great. Proficient studier of... Listen, I'm not totally awake. Maybe that didn't make sense. Hopefully it didn't sound bad. It's just, you do a lot of studies, is what I'm trying to say. So it's very clear that you do that. I don't always word the best. Sometimes my words are strange and they come out in a weird jumble. But I try to word them in the right direction, at least. No, but this is a great study. Thank you so much for sharing, and hopefully folks have already followed you, but if you forgot to follow earlier, when Dally rated in, make sure you do that now so you don't miss the next stream. Study Queen. That's probably way easier to say what I was trying to say. Kismet did a lovely like muscle shape study here. This is cool. So many muscles. It's true, and you're trying to note each one of them. Yeah, that's a pretty intense muscle study you got going on here. Yeah, lovely work, though. Honestly, I think it'll pay off. The more that you do stuff like this, and the more that you like take notes about what muscles go where. Honestly, I've thought a few times about taking an anatomy class, just like a medical anatomy class, just so that I can like more accurately know like what muscles serve what purpose, how do they attach, where do they attach, how do they layer, because I think that would really help me when I go to like draw people, especially like human anatomy. I just think it'd be really helpful. And basically we have all the same muscles, it's just they're all put in different places. So once you can recognize them on a human, it's easier for us to know the purposes of muscles on humans, because most of us are human, I would imagine, who are watching the stream, and we're familiar with how humans move. And so if you can learn the muscles of your own body and how they work and what their purpose is, it's easier to take that and apply it to other creatures, right? And like stretch them all out. Yeah, maybe I should get like an anatomy coloring book. That's a good idea. Lithium art. If anyone has one you recommend, let me know. Yeah, but this is great. Great job, Kismet. Thank you so much for sharing. This is the kind of study, this is what I mean when I say I want everyone to feel like they can join in and do some art studies here, because you're an opossum. Because it inspires. Like I am now, like this reminds me that I need to learn more about, like I want to be able to name the muscles, or at least the big groups of them. Like I know some, like I know the pecs and the deltoids and the bicep and the lats and the traps. Like I know some of them, but I'm not super familiar and intimate with like how they connect or what purpose they're actually serving. And I think that would really help my art if I kind of could think more about that stuff as I'm drawing human anatomy. So thank you for sharing, Kismet. Very cool. Miss Art Rules is an owl. Well, didn't know that I was streaming to Noah's Ark today, but welcome everybody. How is it on the boat? Let me know how you're doing. Have you started eating each other? Spicy Jaw, welcome into the chat. It's good to have you. Hey, Chrissy Carson, I'm so sorry. I've missed a few people in chat. Streaming today. Sorry. Listen, we're gonna blame it on the energy tea, okay? I'm just off the cuff today. I'm also sleep deprived. I'm running on 2 days with 8 hours of sleep. So, you know, whatever comes out is coming out today. Do I fall for the traps? I do not, actually. I would say that I flee from the traps usually most of the time. You can style the body fine, but knowing it all is very different. Exactly. And Kismet, that is such an important thing to denote. I don't know if you guys caught what Kismet said. Kismet says, I can style the body fine, but knowing it all is very different. Yes. I know you probably didn't, maybe you intended this, but this is part of why, still part of why I'm still thinking about how to do a style study. Melimony, I don't know if you're lurking, but Melimony had a good idea yesterday that I might implement, like maybe doing a style study with like how different artists do eyes, and like pulling up a bunch of your favorite eye references and doing a style study of that. That feels better than doing like a total master study or master copy to me on stream. Still, I like that idea. But what you said's important, and thank you for that follow. Hat Dog, I appreciate that. That's a funny name. Sorry, it took me a second. I'm easily amused. What did you say? You said, I can style the body fine, but knowing it all is different. And that is what we're trying to do here. We're trying to actually study, actually understand what we draw. Because so many artists fall into style traps, which is part of why I'm hesitant to encourage a style study at the art gym. Because it's very easy to turn your style into a schema. And we haven't talked a lot about schema recently, so I'll just say a schema is like your default way of drawing. It's like a stylistic shorthand. And the difference between the two is, I would say, style is intentional, schema is not necessarily intentional. Schema tends to be like it's like the way you draw an eye, or the way you draw a paw, or the way you draw a shoe. And if you don't really know how to change that, if that's just the way you draw it, it could actually be closer to a schema than a style, because a style is a choice. A good example of a style versus a schema, or maybe in my opinion anyway, understanding style, is Picasso. So Picasso had a style he was famous for, but he could actually draw. So that was a choice to like cubism, all that stuff was a choice that he made in his artwork. But if you actually look at his sketchbooks, he was actually an extremely proficient draftsman, like could draw very, very well, and in fact did draw very well. But those paintings weren't the ones that he made him famous or sold. He still put them out there. But his style, cubism, that is what he became famous for. But that's a choice. It's not that he could only look at a tree and draw a tree in blocks, right? So that's the best example that I have of style versus schema. Hey, somebody got the schema counter in there. So anyway, Kismet, sorry, just the way that you said that I don't know if it was intentionally profound, but I found it very profound. Okay, all right, we're back on task. I think I'm being squirreled. All right. Thank you for the epic sax. Yes. Good job with the schema counter, guys. And there's the squirrel. Too bad you did not jump scare me because I was looking at the chat there. Okay, back on task. Here we go. I know that we have new people in chat. I want to make sure people understand the words that I'm using or like understand the purpose of what we're doing here. So thank you for letting me derail slightly. Recently, yeah, I've been good, Amaze. I haven't mentioned schema in a while. Thank you. See, some people appreciate the ramble. It's a spicy jaw. How you doing, by the way, Spicy? It's good to see you. Oh, we have a... Wait, hold on. What am I looking at here? It's like a Lego design. I'm not sure if this would quite be a study, but it is still really interesting, Ringbolt. You've been studying tools out of Lego and you're trying to work out how to understand the tool. I guess it kind of counts as a study. I'm not really sure how to analyze it since I don't do things with Lego. Like it's not an art form that I am attempting, but yeah, as long as the purpose is to learn, I guess it does count as a study. And how you can build them using Lego parts. These are the first tools you've done. You're designing them using a digital Lego building program called Lego Digital Designer. Cool. Often build and design different things from IRL objects, and you try to build them out of Lego. That's cool. Yeah, very cool. I'm not sure if this is like I'm not sure how you would do a study in Lego. It's kind of interesting. I haven't encountered that yet, but it is really fun. Yeah, interesting to try and build different tools. Hey, it's a different medium. I certainly have no experience in it, but we do have some Lego builders here in the chat. I think that's pretty cool. And I encourage it, Ringbolt. And if you ever want to share stuff and you're not sure if it belongs as a study, we also have other sharing channels. And don't forget, guys, we do have the monthly art showcase. So if you ever have like a finished product of something that you want to share on stream and you're not sure if it counts as a study, you can always consult the pinned message here. It kind of breaks down what counts as a study. Anything drawn from observation with the intent of learning or practice was what I would call a study. Now, to be fair, we have had some people do sculptural studies before, and I would still count that as learning, and I could see how that could be a sculptural study. I just don't know enough about how to process things with Lego. But, if you ever aren't sure, you can always post in ArtShare. We have works in progress for like updates on your stuff. And don't forget, guys, the showcase. The showcase is here too. So you can always share things like that in the showcase as well. But it's still very cool, Ringbuild. Oh, no worries. It's not like nobody's like in trouble. It happens all the time that people aren't sure. So don't worry. I'm not trying to make you feel bad or anything. It is really interesting. I've never heard of this before, this program you're talking about. I just don't know anything about Lego. But it's very cool and it sounds very complex. Thank you for sharing. Oh, and Miss Art Rules is updating us with the reference used. Is this your own photographic reference? Miss Art Rules? Very, very cool. Yeah, Lego study for pixel art. Ooh, that's a good point, Lithium. Yeah, that could be a good way to break down pixels, too. Again, another art form I have no idea about. Hopefully I'll be able to learn with Cup of Joe. I do watch a lot of pixel art streamers. But yeah, it's still very cool, Ringbolt. Thank you for sharing. And Miss Art Rules, thanks for sharing your reference. You don't have to share the reference either. It's just helpful for us to see, if you are able to, it's always helpful for us to see where the reference is drawn from, or what you're working from in your study. From the Royal Ontario Museum, another one from Dally. Dally, you were prolific today. Holy cow. Are these photographs you took yourself? Or are these photos they have on their website? Really nice structure here in the lion. And you're studying how to build it is the only reference you got as a real thing. That's really cool. Yeah. Yeah, feel free to share your reference too. if you want to. No, it's really cool what you've done, Ringbolt. Please don't misinterpret. I think anyone doing anything from observation and trying to understand it is always going to be a cool thing. And as long as it's work safe, happy to look at it. It's totally fine. Let's see. You struggle with perspective and isometric views in pixel art, which are very common. Minecraft is also good for referencing for perspective and pixels. Yeah, these all aren't Minecraft and Lego like pretty similar too. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've also never played Minecraft. I'm the worst. I know. I'm sorry. I don't belong on Twitch. It's just one of those things I have not had time to explore. But a lot of people tell me I should, and that you can like build stuff that's like very Lego building in Minecraft. I believe you. But Dally, this looks great. Great values here. Yeah, great structure. Like, what did I say before? A proficient studier of portraits or something. I don't know what I said. It's been like at least 5 minutes. I can't remember. I have the memory of a squirrel. You struggle with, oh, I see. Oh, so this was actually done. Oh, wait. You drew this like while visiting the Royal Ontario Museum? Is that what you're trying to say? If so, that's awesome. I think drawing at museums and zoos and like studying from observation like that in life always gonna be like a step above studying from two-dimensional. I want to do more of that, honestly. If I ever have enough money or time to get like an IRL rig, it'd be super cool to take you guys out sketching in the wild. That's awesome, Ringbolt. No, I'm super curious to know more about that. I've never even thought about that, but that's pretty cool. And there's totally a market for that too, right? Like do you put your Lego builds like on places where people can download them? That's a thing, right? I know a few people who've like designed Lego builds. It's like, isn't there a website that you can upload those to? I don't know enough about Lego. I'm so sorry. Pyro has done some Lego builds actually, and might know some more about that too. Also, Pyro is a streamer you guys should be following. I don't get to raid into my mods very often because they usually don't stream at the same times that I am able to, but I'm happy to point you guys in their direction as well. If you didn't know, like half of my mods are streamers, so feel free to go follow them if you're trying to connect with other artists and crafters and gamers and streamers here on Twitch. There are sites to get Lego build instructions. Okay, and you have a few things that people can build. Oh, that's cool. Very cool, Ringbolt. Are you a streamer as well? Do you stream? Let us know. We're happy to shout out streamers. We just don't know all the time. So you have to tell us if you're a streamer when we're looking at your studies. I'm trying to see, for instance, if Dally... Yeah, from the animals they have there. Okay, so Dally was actually drawing at the Royal Ontario Museum. That's so cool. Man, I want to go to the museum and sketch. We have some really cool dioramas. That's like the nerdiest thing ever probably to say. But some really cool dioramas here at... the Denver Museum of Nature and Science that I want to do some studies of. Actually, they have some that are like of extinct creatures. This is incredible also. I know I'm always complimenting your... Oh my gosh, look at the eye, you guys. Do you see the eye? The ear, too. Such good detail, Dolly. I need to get better at portraits. So badly. I have so much stuff I want to get better at. Also been studying Ninja Turtles, so this would count as a style study. This is what I'm talking about when we talk about a style study. But this would probably, I don't know, if you're drawing from actual images. I'm still not sure how to take style studies, but if you ever have art you want to share, feel free to drop any kind of that in art share for sure, like fan art and stuff, definitely. Unless you're like drawing directly from a style reference. That's part of why I haven't really figured out how to do a style study, because what I don't want is for people to just post whatever in the art gym, because it's not really a true art share like a lot of streamers. I know a lot of streamers do that here on Twitch, and so I totally understand the confusion. But yeah, always feel free if you're not sure if it counts to like ask a mod. Here we have a study from observation of a turtle skeleton though, which is pretty cool. Sea turtle study. We did a sea turtle for Sea Turtle Day the other day. Very, very fun, all of these. Thank you all for participating. I actually need to run soon, so I'm sorry I'm going a little faster than I normally do. But this looks great. This looks great. Really nice structure here, and I like that you kind of outlined like where the body would be too. Very, very cool, Kismet. Okay, I've got to run, unfortunately, so we are going to screenshot Ah, you guys, the caffeine is hitting and the exhaustion is hitting and I am struggling. I really don't like the way that I drew this, you guys. But I'm going to screenshot it anyway because we're here to get the bad drawings out. So I'm just going to own my struggle. I am going to move this actually to make it a little easier to screenshot. And then we are going to go find another art streamer to raid into. How do I... Oh gosh, why am I using my mouse? We're going to blame that also on the... What's happening? What's happening? I literally didn't tell it to go to brush. I was just... What is happening? Okay. Copying the sketch. Scooting it over. I don't know why I said copy. Outlining the sketch. Trying to make it a little easier to screenshot here. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Screenshot, and then we're going to raid into someone else doing some studies. I also did 2 studies, guys, today. I know you didn't think I was going to because I talked a lot today and we got a lot of support and raids, which are awesome. But I did actually manage to study. Turgis! Turgis! Oh my gosh, Turgis! That emote is so cute! Do you guys see that emote that Turgis put in stream? Turgis, can you... Yeah, please post it in the Discord. Thank you so much for making that, Turgis. You didn't have to do that, but that is super, super kind. I know Turgis streams sometimes too. Turgis, thank you for making that. Turgis made me a Casey for partner emote, which is super kind. I know it's not technically, so we're done with the art gem part, but Turgis, if you post it in the Discord, I'd love to show it on stream. That's really kind of you to do. Thank you for supporting not just me, but the Vaquita. That's amazing. I'm going to post my studies here. Mine from today. There we go. And anyone who posts a study below that for tomorrow can get that. We'll look at it tomorrow. So if anybody just got here, you're kind of finishing up your studies of whatever you're doing a study of, just remember, if you're not sure what counts as a study, you can always check the pin messages. I do try to have that. I know that my rules section, when you first enter the Discord, I do try to point that out here. I'm trying to do what I can to make it as clear as possible, but you can also show off your artwork in ArtShare, or if you're looking for the art gem, drop off studies, and you can says to check the pin messages, but you can always feel free to ping a mod if you're not sure, and there's not like any penalty or anything, so I don't want anyone to feel like nervous. But if you do a study, post that study from observation or reference underneath mine from today, and we will look at that on stream tomorrow. But Turgis just made something I'd love to show off if it gets posted in time. And if not, I'll look at it tomorrow too, Turgis. But just, yeah, let me know. Let me know where you put it. Oh, Turgis put it in general. Here, let's go to general. You guys, look at what Turgis made. This is so cute. Turgis, thank you so much for taking the time to do that. Casey for partner. Vaquita has all the things. If you want, you can, I guess, I'm not sure if that's available for others, Turgis, but I really appreciate you making that emote. And if people want to use that, it sounds like Turgis has said they can use it in, sounds like they can use it in their own icons and stuff if you want to upload that to your emotes. It's very cute. Thank you for making that, Turgis. Anyone should be able to click download and upload it. Perfect. I just wanted confirmation before I advertised. I figured that's what you were doing, but I just wanted to make sure. Thank you again for making that. It's super cute, Turgis. I love it. You're very kind. You're very supportive. I appreciate you. And if anyone wants to upload this as an emote, Turgis has said it is free to use. That's very flattering that you would make a partner emote for me. I appreciate that. You guys have got the caffeine shakes right now. Sorry, hold on. I gotta finish this before it gets too late. Otherwise, I will not sleep tonight. But thank you all for being here. Thank you, Turgis, for making that. Thank you, everybody who studied today. Everybody who joined the stream to check stuff out. I am going to be finding someone to raid now. But thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the new follows we got today. It was really nice to meet so many new folks. And thanks for those who popped into the Discord. It's like I said, feel free to come and go in the Discord. I don't want anyone to feel pressured to stay in the Discord. Blue Skittle, thank you for lurking. Lithium, thank you for the hearts. You guys are all extremely sweet. I really appreciate all the support, seriously. All the cheers, the subs, the resubs, my mods. If you have a mod love emote, feel free to spam that in the mods direction. Always good to have. Just a good feeling to know that there's people I can trust in the chat to keep an eye on things. You guys are awesome. And I appreciate you keeping this place safe and welcoming for everybody who stops by. So, I've definitely got the caffeine shakes right now. I'm so sorry, I cannot focus. It's probably caffeine plus the exhaustion. But you guys, I think we've made it for the push. I think we've made today a successful stream that will count for the push. So again, I really appreciate everybody dropping in and checking things out here. And thank you for stopping by. Let me just make sure real quick who we can raid into. Ooh, I see someone that we should definitely raid into. Ooh, I see two someones that we should raid into. Ah! How do I choose the someones? There's been so many people who have been so supportive that I want to send some of this raid love to. Let me double check. I've actually got a list of people I've been raiding so that I can make sure I try to raid as many new people as possible. It took me so long to get to this point. But let me just check and see if I've raided this person yet, because if not, I think I know where we're going. Okay, I don't think I have raided this person yet. So let's go say hi. Let's go say hi to Art and Jest. Thank you all for hanging out. I really appreciate. Wait, are they leaving? Are they ending stream? Oh, they just got raided by someone else. Well, do you know what we can do to Brenda to super stress Brenda out? We can double raid. Let's go double raid Art and Jest, because I don't think we've raided Art and Jest, and they gave us a very generous, like, supportive partner push raid right at the start. So let's just go stress her out even more. Brenda is really fun to stress. And unfortunately, I've got to run. I don't have any more time. I'm going to be back, though, this afternoon. Oh, thank you for that raid command. Oh, Turgis, that's a good idea. I'll try to remember to do that before. I've got to do some other stuff today. I've got to go to the post office. I've got to do some things. But if I have time, I will do that before the afternoon stream. And if not, I can do it for that. Because I'll be back, you guys. I'll be back in less than 4 hours. So I won't be gone for long. But I appreciate you all. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody who showed up in the credits. I just missed all the people who raided, but thank you all for the raids. I saw Dally there. I remember it was Diana the Ashen raided, and Margot Simone raided. We've had a very, very generous people coming and stopping in and showing some support. But let's go overwhelm Brenda with love and bring this raid train over to her. I do see that I have a positive news redeem that I did not get to, so I will get to that hopefully this afternoon. Oh, okay, sorry that I am who I am. Thank you all for being here anyway. If you need my links, here they are. I think somebody probably... Guys, I have the shakes. I need to get some sleep. There's my socials. I appreciate you guys hanging out for the push. There's the raid message. That's a good one too, loading in. Feel free to modify the raid message. But yeah, I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all so much, and I'll see you over at Brenda.